Womp.
Hey,
Hello?
don't touch people who don't want it.
Don't. That's how we're starting.
I'm back.
this.
It's my first stream back, baby.
That's gonna be the first thing you say after
yeah,
your
baby.
long...
It's a good message. Put
it's
it on a shirt.
It's a good.
Sell it in the merch store. Don't touch people that don't want it.
I'm gonna have to get that past HR.
Well,
HR approved.
That's good because I'm HR.
You're what? Who appointed that?
Well, nipples, but
I thought it was still nipples.
yeah, but I'm nipples.
You're what? This whole time?
Yeah. It's me, nipples.
Oh my god, that's the exact voice that I heard on the phone.
It's me. I'm nipples, the HR guy, but also I'm Peter.
Oh my god. Which one is the real persona? Also, hello, Hypothetical Salamander, Comic Fan 13, Connor, and TR Meg. Thank you for being here before we were.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the VOD. Before it's a VOD.
Before it's a VOD. Crazy, right?
It's...
Who Up Gaming, their control network. How... Here we are, at the last fantasy to ever be told. After this, all fantasy novels will be outlawed.
Do you use all three of these monitors
At one point.
time?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Seems excessive.
2 are for work, and 1 is for
Okay.
my computer.
Wait. When you said 2 are for work, please tell me it's 2 next to each other and...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not like a psychopath editing in the middle.
No.
That would be the most psychopathic thing.
It would be. TR says hello, and then a smiley face. Connor says, hi, how are you guys doing today? Okay, I need to know the names of you guys again, so that I can try to remember that. I'm Bottles.
I'm Donald Trump.
He's Donald Trump. You heard it here, folks.
You shouldn't have had me watching that video before this. I'm fucking...
You're a little silly
loose
now.
goose.
You're loosey goosey.
I'm loose.
You're as loose as what? Loose as a caboose? Is that what you were gonna say?
I'm loose as a caboose.
I am a time traveler. I appear on the VOD before it becomes a VOD.
Yeah. Well, glad you're here.
Glad you're here. Let's play.
Hey, better reason to come back in time than a cool.
Oh yeah.
Than a cool amusement park. You son of a bitch. You idiot. You asked me if I plugged in my headphones.
You know it's funny.
Ow.
You fuck.
I'm sorry.
You know it's funny.
I didn't
It almost happened the first stream back.
Uh-huh.
But then Steve was like, "Oh, you have to plug in your headphones still." And I'm like, "You should have let me."
I'm so
the first stream back.
There's
that
gotta
would've
be.
been
We
amazing.
gotta. One day we'll have a fucking compilation of you just.
Oh yeah. And I'm not. I want to preface this. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just that dumb.
He just keeps forgetting. But like he'll ask us if we've plugged our headphones in.
I will.
Because we're just part of the setup.
It's true.
He's the person. We're objects.
I only see the other GCN members as objects of entertainment. I just saw the trailer for the new Fantastic Four movie, and oh my god, live action Galactus. That's not a big cloud. I'm all for
finally,
it. Yeah. I saw that earlier.
Have you seen the trailer?
I have.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Good.
And I was like, oh, we're doing this again? Hope this one's good.
No, it looks good.
It looks cool.
And they're doing a thing where it's an alternate Earth set in retro-futuristic, like 1950s, 60s.
Okay.
Which is why you have New York City skyline, but it has the Baxter Building, and it's and it's built off of that, and they're like celebrities and shit.
Yeah.
And it's based on that, so they can do something super creative and their own thing. So it sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Okay, so since you're here, what do you think of the Switch 2?
It's the Switch again.
It sure is the Switch again. I'm gonna wait until April when they actually show it and not just say that it exists.
I'm doing the fucking Tenkaichi 2.
Yeah, the jive.
You gotta do that at the club at MOSC.
Better than going back in time to eat a taco you've already eaten. The new Fantastic Four movie is pure propaganda. We all know that it's going to attempt to slander the good name of our glorious Emperor Doom.
I still don't hate the Robert Downey Jr. Doom casting thing.
Me neither. I want to see where they're going.
I'm
with this.
curious. I also think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
And like in a universe where he wasn't Iron Man, I would love to see his portrayal of Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt. The only reason there's hesitation is because he was Iron Man.
I agree with that, Steve. Steve says, I think the new Fantastic Four looks great. Or promising. I think the Thing looks like shit.
No, so here's the thing. I like the look.
I saw him. He was in the trailer.
Right, I like the... Shut up. I like the appearance. Because it's very close to the comics.
Yeah.
I think the CGI just needs to work.
Yeah, definitely.
Which there's no telling that it won't. It's the first teaser, so there's no telling what they will and won't do between now and July. Also, we barely saw Galactus, so who knows how much of Galactus is even done.
True.
You know what I mean? Like I don't like taking first teasers on a full basis.
What the fuck? How dare these woke liberals insult our glorious Doctor Doom? What the hell? The design isn't bad. It's just the CGI.
Yeah.
Also, he needs to lose the shirt.
Well, he might.
What is he, Dave Bautista?
He might, but they're definitely going for like the original Fantastic Four appearance vibe before he was shirtless thing.
What I wonder is, will this Doctor Doom be an alternate version of Tony Stark that became evil? Or will they just ignore the fact that they look the same? No, I think it is Tony Stark.
No.
No?
No, it's supposed to be Doctor Doom in their world. But there is news reporting that they're going to explain why he looks like Tony Stark.
Okay.
But it's not supposed to be Iron Man as Doom.
Okay.
Which I like more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like just doing Iron Man as Doom would feel very...
It would just be weird.
It'd be recursive.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to... Like, him being Doctor Doom, but looking like Tony Stark, is more impactful.
Yeah.
And more shock value for characters that would react to that.
Like Spoder.
Than, like, yeah, I was Tony Stark, but I hate you.
Yeah, but I hate you now, you dumb little...
You stupid. You listen to you fucking... Oh,
I don't feel so good. Listen, with great power comes great my fist in your face.
Fist up your ass.
Oh my god. Of course he's going to lose that shirt. How have you seen a superhero in the last few decades just look at pretty
also,
much every
he was just
Spider-Man
cooking
movie?
dinner.
Let him cook.
Like we saw like 3 or 4 shots, all of which would imply, yeah, this is what I'm gonna wear on a mission or something. God knows mid-fight he's gonna... It's clobbering time! Oh
my god!
My rock piece!
My rock cock!
Rock cock. Rock cock or rock cock?
Rock cock! Rock cock? Raw cock? Rock hawk? Yeah. What do you mean, yeah?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Oh man, Peter's and Doom's first interaction will be pure gold, and I just know it.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet him.
Let's play the video game.
I'm so glad that you didn't react at all to what I said.
Hmm?
I'm glad you didn't react at all to what I said. He was like Peter Tombstone. I was like, I can't wait to meet him.
It was so dumb I didn't register it. What am I doing?
It's my favorite thing to do when people talk about Spider-Man and say Peter.
They say Peter. And
They don't
like,
even say Peter
wait.
Parker. They just say Peter.
Can't believe all these motherfuckers are on a first name basis with Spider-Man. Am I really just doing... Do I not have a side mission? Hello? That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. That's the right button.
There you go.
The weight of the command.
You do. You just haven't talked to them yet.
I have to go talk to him.
Fucking...
I'm so
Oh, man.
lucky.
It happens in Marvel Rivals all the time. You're like Susan Storm say Peter, and I go,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mommy, Mommy.
I mean,
Daddy.
I mean,
fantastic.
They were moving in for their assault when the carriage
Read
was
it.
attacked by
Marvel Rivals
goblins.
read it as Daddy.
A Cursebreaker
With a
managed to
beard.
release a
Yeah.
stolus amid the confusion, but it was days ago.
Stolus?
They should be back
Who's
by
Stolus?
now, but I've heard nothing
The owl?
from any of them.
Sorry.
Can't help but worry that
They know the work is dangerous.
Oh.
Sorry, my
They're
fucking...
But what if I've got
My
them all
has-been
killed?
hotel is showing.
Or they gotta get that
Before we go
checked.
out, always remind them why we're doing this.
You cut to footage of me playing that new Expedition 33 game with Ben Starr in it. It's just me, it's just
But I never
calm
really
everywhere.
thought how my words might affect them.
I'm finished.
Because of what I've said.
Ben.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And
I'm out here
I'm
being
sorry
like,
to
why
trouble
can't I
you
go
with
to
this.
I'm talking about coming to guys
On
on live stream.
Talking about coming to men. And you constantly talk about cock and balls and other mannerisms.
If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
The weight of command.
Hi Lily. I have 2 questions in the chat. I see them. What do you think of the new Mario Kart game, DK's new design, and also 24 players?
We did a podcast.
Well,
It's not out yet. Oh, it's not.
it might not.
It
come
might
out.
not come out.
It might not come out
Oh.
because of
Luke
what we
Gate.
said.
No.
No. Shh. Shh. Luke. No, we love.
Skywalker. No, listen. DK's design.
It's silly.
It's
Why are you like this? I prioritized the quest. Where did it go?
No, you gotta go search the Dragon's Airy. It's not here. You gotta go. Oh, there's another thing.
Do no harm? It's right next to the quest. The main quest. You were saying?
So actually, wait. Maybe you don't want to do it because it's gonna start it's gonna continue the main quest.
Okay.
Interesting.
So go to you gotta go to the world map because the side quest you just did is.
Ha! Mr. Krabs! Hey, Mr. Krabs, how's it going? No karate here. Wait a second.
No, I like the I don't mind the DK design. I think it's silly.
Give me my Torgal.
I like it because a lot of other people don't, and that makes me laugh.
Giddy up.
But like, fuck it.
He's just a silly little guy. I think he looks a little worse, sure.
Donkey Kong he's had the same design for a while now, and I don't know. I'm alright.
What if the twist ending is like, actually, that's a grown-up Donkey Kong Jr.
That's King Kong in the Nintendo style. What?
Didn't they get sued for that? Oh, hi, Torgal. When'd you get here? Hey, how's it going? Cole.
Cole.
Sprouse?
You're in one piece. Just about.
The sweet life.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northridge.
I didn't watch the show, so the rest.
You didn't watch the Sweet
No!
Life? Oh my god.
I was not a Disney kid. I was a
Neither was I, and I still watched it.
I like only watch Nickelodeon and sometimes Cartoon Network.
Also, I don't want to hear I wasn't a Disney kid when you're the one who showed me all 4 High School Musical movies.
Yeah, I watched those like.
Did save.
Actually, how did I end up watching those? Because I didn't pay attention to Disney. Oh, my sister probably.
May still be out there.
My sister probably like had friends over to watch it, and I was like, I guess I'm here.
I'll have a rest.
And you're like, get your head in the game, get your
I
head.
find a lot of that cross dressing.
Carriage soon enough. And please, hurry.
Spent a lot of time with my sister and her friends.
Will be eaten alive. I won't let that happen.
It's formative years, you know.
Yeah, it's like a sponge, you know.
It's good to see you.
Uh,
Don't me just yet.
if I'm not out there streaming, I'm in mod mode. Thank you, Steve. There was a second question, wasn't there?
That's the question.
How many Switch 2 pranks do you guys think people are gonna do? Because I can't believe the Switch 2 Direct comes out after April Fool's. Well, you see, I don't care about
Switch
April.
to what?
April Fool's
Oh.
like reveals. I don't know about April Fool's. You want to know what I'm worried about?
What?
Leaks.
Yeah.
It's already starting to happen with
But
Smash.
at this point, I kind of really don't bat an eye. Because also, like, especially like stuff like Smash, the trailers are
Yeah.
still insane. when you see them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we were hearing talks of Sora a while before Sora was here. But he was in the list with Crack and Matt
Yeah,
Chief.
of course.
So, like, at the end of the day, all the characters we've seen in the leaks probably aren't going to show up. But one might, and it'll be epic as hell when we find out which needle was pulled from the haystack.
Yeah.
You know?
I have to remember how to play the video game.
Yeah, sorry, you always do, even if it's only a week.
And this time it's been like a month and a half.
Yeah. I love this game so much. I'm so glad I'm not doing dog water again.
Oh.
I'm thinking about learning Dream Drop Distance though.
Yo! Airy! The platypus! Dream drop distance?
Yeah.
Why would you subject yourself to
A
that?
beginner mode. I played it again recently, it's fine. I like the game.
No, I know, it's fine.
One of the better ones.
Yeah. Ah! I died.
It's not a bit overkill. Man, I can't believe you died.
Me either. Anyway, let's do it again. Die. Bro, I'm not ready for new Smash leaks. I can't go through that again. I'm not strong enough.
I just don't think you can top Sora.
You can't. It's not possible.
Like,
It'll be really
and
tough
I
to
don't,
do.
and I'm not even talking about from the perspective of a Kingdom Hearts fan. Like, fundamentally, Sora, of all characters, is like one of the kings of collaborations
Yeah.
in gaming, because at what point in history would we have ever thought we would get Square Enix and Disney to do a game like that?
Yeah.
Where you go to the Disney worlds and meet Disney characters, and Goofy dies,
Yeah, right.
and Mickey goes, "Yo, they'll pay for this."
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa! Like, all of that shit is so fucking crazy that, like, Sora being the last one in Smash to have the phrase "is finally here," and he has, and I watch the trailer, I cry every time it gets to the end. Every time it does that shot of him shaking hands with Mario in front of everybody,
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
then it cuts to the title, Super Smash Bros. X. Bah, 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 and it's just Kingdom Hearts. I fucking weep, dude. Because it's so... I mean,
Ow.
Hikari
Ow.
is already, like, a peak fucking track.
It's true.
But putting the word Super Smash Bros. X Kingdom Hearts set to it
Yeah.
is insane. Like, oh my god. Like... And, like, it hits so hard because I grew up with this franchise, so, like, Kingdom Hearts, not Smash. So it really hits, but at the same time, it's like, how do you beat
You
a
say
clever
that,
shit
but
like
we
that?
did play a lot of Smash with everybody.
Well, yeah, but my first Smash game was Brawl. I didn't grow up with, like, I didn't play
Like
Melee.
yeah, that's true.
But I played Gage 1 when it came out on PS2. And I was, like, 5 years old. Like, that's growing up with that fucking franchise. And it was crazy when they celebrated the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts. And I was 25. And I thought, I went, wait a minute. And I went, oh my god. Because it's one of the, that's one of those games, because we spent so much of our time focusing on Sonic growing up,
Yeah.
that, like, I didn't let myself realize how locked into Kingdom Hearts as a franchise I was. So when the 20th anniversary stuff was happening, I was like, it hit me like a freight train. I was like, oh shit, I really have, like, grown up Limit Break.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Feels ya. And Just Dance.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, it hit me like a freight train. I was like, oh my god, I fucking grew up with this shit. Like, I may have had my doubts about Sonic every now and then, but Kingdom Hearts was always there.
True. See, that was me with Punch Out, and then
Humpty
Nintendo.
Dumpty bit from Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
But it's Sora turning around. Nomura.
You've always been there.
Always been there. I'm gonna just open the chat on my phone
Yeah, that's fine.
so that I can read it. Because I need to see.
Friend. Are there any more survivors?
You know me and April Fool's Day
It's a tradition for me to go all out with a few gags now.
If the
Do I know
goblins
that?
had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Man, I sure am looking forward to releasing my multiverse-themed kart racing game. Someone else thinks they can make a kart racer? Big mistake, announces Mario Kart 9.
If Crossworlds does the smart thing,
You've been
They
denied.
won't.
Come with us.
we could have a good fucking game on our hands.
I
They
could've just-
won't. Although that being said, people have pointed out the extreme gear in the background of that trailer.
Thank the gods.
True.
So if they bring the extreme gear from Riders, even if the physics are a little iffy, I'm still locked in.
Well, listen. Here's the thing. I don't think they're gonna go too crazy with Crossworlds. I think there's gonna be a lot of characters, sure. Like, we probably will see the Babylon Rogues.
Yeah,
But I'm not expecting, like, oh, we're gonna get characters from this Sonic canon and this Sonic canon.
Fun fact, I don't think it's gonna be that multiverse heavy as people
No.
think it is. I think there's a chance we get the extreme gear, and the topic of Crossworlds is cross mechanics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's you have the kart racing from Sega All-Stars Racing, and the boards from Sonic Riders, and feet from Sonic R.
Feet! Can you see?
It's the little fucking pitter patter. Dude, one of the worst things we ever had to experience was
When we
no
were
music
when
Sonic
we
R.
did the and that was before we speed ran it, so we had to sit there for an hour.
Oh my god, dude.
Waited a little longer.
Go!
To deal with things myself.
I'll never forget that first race. We heard it. I'm like, oh no.
We immediately fucking lost it. That was so long ago.
3, 1, go!
That was like 10 years ago.
I know, I still had a girlfriend back
I've
then.
been tracking that slaver for months.
Joe was here.
After them, woefully unprepared. What kind
The Return of the
leader
King.
sends people into danger? Considering I should have urged greater caution, told
This is
Colt
how
to
they
be
top
wary,
Sora
to
for the
keep
next
out
Smash
of
game.
trouble.
Stripper from GTA 5. That was my top pick! That's who I wanted!
Cole,
That's who I want.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I just don't think we need another Smash right now.
I think we can skip a console generation.
It's barely a generation.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo's never done the generational thing with consoles.
No, no.
The same way. The Wii stuck around for like 1.5
Forever.
generations.
Yeah.
Never.
The Wii U was like in between, basically.
Well, the Wii U was like, I'm here, and then the 3DS was like, I'm better.
Yeah. Just play me.
Thank you for your faith in me.
And Nintendo did a lot more focus on handhelds than any of the other companies did.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So,
you
like, their
feel
generation
like
thing is
death
messed up
inside
anyway. So
your
I don't really
eyes
consider the
that
Switch
is
2 necessarily that much of a generation hop.
I'm a
Well, even then,
consumer.
it's just like, skip a console.
Yeah,
then.
just
I have
fine,
a
just
role
relax,
to
yeah.
play.
Like, we don't need a new
Must
Smash game right
trust
now.
that I'm the right one.
As
Wait-
Steve
wait
has said a
for-
lot, it's like, if you want to do something with Smash on the Switch 2, just re-release Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, wait for the next like innovative console from Nintendo where you have the haptic feedback suit and you feel getting punched up the asshole by Mario.
By Little Mac.
by Captain, you get kneed by Captain Falcon.
Come on!
You're just like
Falcon! Oh no. Punch!
you turn the settings to 10, a warning pops up. You're like,
How bad could it be?
you cough up blood.
Oh no. In shonen anime, that means I'm dying.
I'm dying.
Ultimate and is legitimately not even
What
close.
happened?
What?
What would happen?
Oh, which is the best Smash Bros game? Brawler Ultimate?
Ultimate.
Ultimate. It's not. Yeah, it's
That's
not even close. Brawl's the worst. No. 64 is the worst one.
Oh yeah.
But other than
We
that,
get PM from Brawl,
yeah,
but
which was good.
which is fine. But
But I'd rather play Ultimate. Ultimate's the best one,
it
period.
has Sora in it.
Even other than the characters, it just plays the best.
It has Sora.
Honestly, if there's any multiverse stuff in the game, I would probably see that it's just an excuse to do something with the Prime characters.
They're not gonna do anything with the
They're
Prime
not. No.
characters.
No. Prime is a failure.
Prime. Not only that, it's just adjacent.
Yeah.
It's just they don't.
Also, Prime's canon.
Yeah, but it's just they don't
Recovery.
Yeah, no,
But she
Parents
still needs
can't.
her rest.
maybe the movies. You can put movie stuff in Crossroads.
Oh yeah,
I'll do
Yeah.
my
They already have models.
yeah.
Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he
Better
had something
ones,
to
at
show
least,
you.
though.
in the shelves.
Movie Amy,
shelves.
movie Amy.
Oh, that's right.
They're probably put
Give it to us.
if they're gonna go any sort of crazy with the characters, they're probably gonna put in like Tangle and Whisper.
Put Tom and Maddie in, but they're one racer like the old like the Team Fortress guys.
Yeah, yeah. You know, while you're at it,
No,
because
Tom
it's
and Little Tom.
Little Tom.
Little Tom. Dude, shout out to James. James Marsden's got to do voiceover work, man. Because Little Tom is
was
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like James Marsden's doing that with his voice
No.
until you see like the blooper reel, and it's like, no, he is.
Icebreaker's brand.
Okay, so you're gonna have to explain something to me right now.
Uh huh.
I don't think I can do
And this is probably gonna be a real dumb question, especially at this point in the game. But it's been a while.
You survived. I know.
What is a curse
Been a
breaker?
while.
As many die as recover.
So,
Really worth the risk.
You don't
Curse
need to answer
Breaker.
that. You know full well we're fighting for. I hope as much as you
Trying
that
to
one day
figure out the
bearers
best
can
way
walk
to
among others as equals.
define this.
But until
Because
then,
it's such a non.
a brand,
They won't really talk about it that much.
Okay.
and we
Because
must
they started like they keep bringing it up, and I'm like, I don't know what that
When-
means.
The operation may be dangerous,
When
but it's also
you
essential,
are a
and we
bearer.
undergo it
Yeah.
willingly.
I know.
they
I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my
they
luck
they
was no
put
help, I
a
suppose.
mark on you
Don't worry.
that is
Do what
basically
must be done.
branding.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what they call it. It's just
Yeah,
branded.
the branding.
branded.
Fortunately, the first thing
Um,
he's doing is the preparation of a draft.
I believe this is
Something I
the
can't
curse
do
break.
with
Curse breaking is
infernal's
the
ammonia
removal of the
supply
branding.
so low.
Okay. So a curse breaker is someone who removes. the
I
brand.
don't think it's someone. It's
Splinter,
the
let alone
thing
brand.
that does it.
it's the concoction
Hmm.
you know they use. It's like tattoo removal, but there's no lasers, so they're basically just ripping skin
Oh,
off.
thank you.
That's why you can
No
see
one
the
knows Herb Lord, but
scar
Talia,
on Clive's
she
face
swears
where
by
the branding was.
ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber,
No, I don't even want that.
to search.
I don't even want that.
I just feel like it'd be weird to go, here's all the characters, including Sora. Like the last one that we released, Sora is finally here. And now here's Waluigi. And you know what I mean? It just feels
Here's Waluigi,
Kind of-
and for some reason, people really want fucking Isaac.
like, it's just one of those things where it's like, anyone you reveal after the big blowout that was Ultimate's character DLC wave
Yeah.
is going to feel lackluster.
Yeah. It's not gonna feel as big.
It's
How
not
do you
gonna
get
feel-
bigger than
How do you go
Sora?
from Sora is finally here?
That, and also
Waluigi.
they also didn't help themselves because Sora was like the huge like what the fuck finale.
Yeah.
But also they tied it with this is what Iwata wanted from the beginning. So this was like Iwata's last
Yeah.
like gift to the people.
And it was also,
How do you
And it was also like
how do you go from there?
it was also like they were like, yep, he was the voted most number one
yeah.
in the ballads way back.
Yeah, way back in Smash 4.
Smash 4. Like it's like you don't top that. Like anyone else you pick is basically a meme pick. Like yes, everyone talks about Waluigi. Here's Waluigi, okay.
Okay, cool.
But he wasn't voted most.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He wasn't the most wanted. He just was talked about a lot on Twitter. That's an exaggeration per se,
Yeah.
but that's what it is. It's just like these are. It's like if they went Shrek.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah, but why? And I'm not trying to hype up Sora like extravagantly, but like it is true. They showed on the stream he was the most wanted. The release trailer was like everyone else's release trailer was tied to their franchises.
Yeah.
Sora's was tied to Smash.
Yeah.
You know, granted, you can't really tie much to Kingdom Hearts franchise because it's all connected to Disney as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Well, I
like,
mean, they could have showed him in like fucking
Destiny Island or something.
yeah, or like
But-
Hollow Bastion even.
But like they fucking tied that shit to the
Smash.
first trailer of Smash.
Yeah,
Like they made it integral.
they made it a big deal.
They made it that the characters needed him.
Yeah,
He is the light that pierces the darkness.
it's true. He actually did it.
It was thematically perfect and cinematically perfect.
Yeah.
Because again, that handshake shot. Mwah!
It's beautiful.
Oh my god.
I'll take some of this.
I'm gonna watch it again after the stream.
I'll have some of these.
This
I'll
is
have
the
another
plant
amber.
around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right
Oh
one.
yeah, thank you. And one more diarrhea for Amber. Beautiful.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while.
Oh
Hopefully
yeah,
this
that's
will
right.
be what
Quick
we
travel.
get.
Let's forget.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be way
It's-
too hard to top.
It just feels like
Finding the ammonia.
I won't be as excited. If I'm being honest.
Like
Because there's also no one else that I want
Only
at this
the
point.
usual.
exactly.
Personally, on a personal level.
I would honestly
Oh,
at this point, like
This is it.
the most I could give you is like
more.
give me a Sonic rep or something. Like
yeah,
another
give
one.
me another Sonic rep.
But there's no more like other series now.
Yeah,
where I'm
like-
like they need to still
Yeah.
be in. Like Crash would be cool, but
He trusts you.
I wouldn't say he needs to be in
Yeah.
Smash. You know.
The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you
we just had
for
Astro
kind
Bot,
words.
and that was kind of our.
That was kind of our PlayStation Smash.
That's kind of ever. Look at all this shit.
Sorry.
Yeah. Look at how much we have.
Let's see a PlayStation Smash around All Star fans.
The brand is more
They're
than just
coming.
ink on flesh.
Listen, PlayStation All Stars was almost there. It really tried.
Of the wyvern-tailed
Actually, you know what?
I'm a big fan.
No, you know what?
One
No.
I'm a big fan.
It
of-
wasn't almost
I'm a
there.
big fan of the interaction between
and the poison.
the
founds
little girl from
patient's blood.
Bioshock and Sackboy.
Failure means
I don't remember.
She like sees Sackboy,
means tremendous pain.
and Sackboy is like
Days of agony.
being fucking
Yeah, being Sackboy.
being, Mommy, I'm Sackboy. And,
You know, as he says, his
says-
iconic catchphrase.
Yeah, then the narrator goes, "Look at him, it's Sackboy."
Look at him, it's Sackboy.
They toil in the shadows.
The iconic PlayStation
But
line.
Big Daddy is like,
Limb,
"Oh,
knowing their efforts will
You
win
see
no
Big
neither
Daddy's like,
glory
"Oh,
nor
fuck it,
acclaim.
fuck that
And
thing,"
yet we
you
have
know.
no
But
shortage
then
of
the little girl's
volunteers.
just like, "No, he's my friend. If you don't like him, I don't like you, Daddy." And Big Daddy's like,
But the same day, tired.
and then they fight.
Are we getting like a
Not
flashback?
long after we came here, what little medicine Talia managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed until a new supply of antalgics was found. Procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it. Doris, Cole, a handful of other curse breakers, and those who lost their lives in the process. It wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do if I was to take Sid's name. He always led from the front and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause.
So,
that he was
What they're
unwilling
telling
to
you right now
take
is that
himself,
Clive did this procedure with
even if he knew
nothing
it
to
might
dull
cost
the
him his
pain.
life.
Damn.
Hold still, Clive! Hold still!
Fuck you! He starts being a shit.
Just hear the fire. Ah!
Ifrit!
I knew there'd be pain.
Do.
Survive.
The screen is still black.
I was afraid.
What the fuck
What's
is that?
I also knew that if I
Oh,
didn't
God.
overcome that fear, that pain,
That was that
But to call myself
scream
Sid.
like your arm got cut off. Yell at the voiceover.
we all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves
Default face in this game is really
on
fun.
our own terms.
Because it's animated unlike the KH
Your work
ones.
isn't
Yeah.
But it's just
But neither
Yeah,
is going
it's
under
like from here up is not.
it's not moving.
Shoulder for your patience to lean on. Stay
It's
strong for
really
them.
funny.
You sound like Tyre.
You go up to a girl, talk to her like that at MOIC.
She wants to
Not
know.
that. not like that.
Easiest way to get kicked out of the
said it to
car.
her friend Becca. Because Becca was like, "Oh, please let me be your wingman." I'm like, "Oh man, what if I just go? Don't worry, I got this."
Not again.
Easiest way to get kicked out of the car. You walk up to some poor fucking Nami cosplayer. You're just like.
It's a real flip of the coin, that approach. You know?
Sometimes she's endeared, and sometimes you go to jail. You know.
The risks are high, but the reward also...
But the reward is, if she likes that,
I mean...
then she a freak, dog. So I saw a Mashed video last month, and it was about what if Mario, Sonic, and Kirby's hero roles got switched, like Mario and Green Hills, Sonic and Green Greens, and Kirby in the Mushroom Kingdom. How would you guys
Sonic
feel about that?
people?
Oh no!
Oh God, I'm sorry. You don't have that ability.
No, Sonic, stop it!
You're just eating.
You're just eating people. Oh God! Oh, the humanity! No, Sonic, that's not how you get abilities. You get them by going in giant rings of green.
They're eating him.
And then they're gonna eat me. Oh my God!
Where have you been?
Torgal, were you also
I've been
listening?
wanting to ask you
I've
something
never
about
seen that
Torgal.
movie.
Troll 2?
Yeah.
You should. It's
I've never
really
seen
funny.
all of it.
Like,
I think I've
in the
seen
first place.
all of it in like a review video.
My father.
I
brought him back from
actually,
his
the
expedition
first time
to
I
the
watched
Northern
that movie,
Territories.
I actually
crossing the
like
snow
caught
field
it
on the
randomly on
Outskirts,
TV and had no idea what it was.
By the way, shout out to like, yeah, Nostalgia
reckon,
Critic,
Torgal?
Cinema Sids, whatever.
Yeah.
Channels like that exist purely so I can watch a horror movie through them. I'm like, I'm interested in the concept and how the movie goes. I don't really want to watch the full thing.
I don't want to be scared.
That's a lot of not sleeping that I'll probably do. Because I'm always like that. I'm always like, this looks interesting. And I'll watch it and I'll be like, that's pretty good. And then I'm sitting in bed at night like,
Queen of the
Uh-oh.
Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on
No.
His name
that's the thing. It's, dude, it's like on one hand, I don't have nightmares anymore. Right? So I don't really have much to worry about.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
now.
I can have the
and
worst
you
nightmares.
stated
It's true.
explicitly,
You know what I mean? Like, it's either nothing
this
or so fucking vivid
of Shiva
that it's all basically sleep paralysis, but with a new villain, new demon this week.
Oh, new demon drop.
the Queen of Shiva.
New demon in the Fortnite shop.
You're saying that
If we
Shiva
throw out
granted
the
all
you
his
have to be a
powers.
video game original character rule, I think Insomniac Spider-Man or Arkham Batman would be cool to represent the superhero games. Then if Smash gets rid of the video game first rule, it's chaos. Like too much chaos.
Why did you do it?
Just when his master needed him the
In
most.
one word.
You're right.
Chaos.
If it weren't for Torgal blasting
Yeah,
those
put chaos in
bastards to
Smash.
Kingdom Come,
0?
Jill
Yeah.
would have been
No.
formed.
5.
Five.
Torgal's power
Oh, that's where we find out what Chaos 5 looks like.
as a flower.
Put chaos
Smash.
6 in Smash.
That,
Man,
you say that, but that would make a good like boss character.
it would, but he would be sad.
Your original concern, you need
See,
not fear for
That's the big reveal. Big is in the game.
as the
No,
That's how
God.
they reveal it. The fishing rod from off screen.
with his nose in my mouth.
Big reels in. The second Smash rep for Sonic
I'd
is
play
the
the
second
shit out of
Sonic
Big the
rep
Cat.
is Big.
I would main Big the Cat.
Not Tails, not
Not
Knuckles,
Shadow.
not Shadow. Big.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh fuck. See, I almost made the mistake again. That blonde girl came in. I forget her name already.
Mid.
Mid, right. that blonde girl came in, I was about to say something, but then I remembered I did last time, and someone pointed out she was 16, so I'm not going to say anything.
She's 16! She's 16! I love that clip. I love that clip so much. It has so much use that it shouldn't
It
have,
really shouldn't.
but it has it. She's 16! Just put a gun flare on it.
But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers.
So I'm not going to say it.
Starting right
I'm
now.
just going to...
Just you wait.
That's not better. That's not better.
She's 16!
Any thoughts on Marvel Rivals? We have a podcast called Push Our Buttons. That one did come out, where we talked about Marvel Rivals.
Oh, I played it today.
You did play it today. What are you, Gold 2 now?
No, Gold 3.
Gold 3.
I lost like 3 matches in a row with Brandon. I feel like the fucking odds are skewed when you queue with people.
You think so?
I just feel like you end up on a team against a team that has like an equal stack to yours.
Yeah.
And it always ends up with a rough time because there's always something they're doing better than your team. And I'm not like giving like I'm not making like
You jonesing?
I'm not Jones like it's like it is a skill issue per se, but it's also like it's a skill issue based purely on
Now her.
Cheer.
She's good? Okay, we're good. Okay, yeah, her. One night with her.
I feel like we really shouldn't do that beyond the woman side of things. I feel
What
like
does that mean?
If anyone can
I
piece
feel
things
like
together, it's you.
that was used
And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
as like a derogatory thing in the past.
I thought that's how you called Oompa Loompas. Wait, that might be slave labor.
Some idiot guy makes a stupid wish with the lamp.
Do you know?
No, that's not the same.
I know.
That's not the
But
same.
Poor people
it put
will
it in my
surely live
head.
in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on
That
that front.
clip is so funny.
I won't be claiming his crown.
It's so funny because like we watched that and thought nothing.
Yeah, when we were like kids and we watched that initially, we thought nothing.
No.
And now we watch it and it's like some stupid human makes a dumb wish.
And it's still funny for the reason of it's so absurd.
It's so absurdly
It catches
like
me off guard
every time. So if Mario was in Green Hill, just imagine a calamity of Mario trying to get past the loop-de-loop. It's called Samar. What happened?
It's Uncle Byron.
Uncle Pirate! Yeah!
That was the most emotion I've heard from Clive.
Uncle Byron?
Uncle Byron?
Tap a cask and stoke the ovens!
I love Byron. R.I.P. the voice actor.
Who's his voice actor?
I don't know the name.
Can't be resting that peacefully.
Don't say that.
Because Peter forgot his
I
name.
don't remember the name. Don't put me on the spot like this.
Meanwhile, at another Mother Crystal.
Can you imagine living near
A Mother Crystal?
Mother
I feel like I'd be like,
I feel like I'd be terrified.
I'd be like, is that thing gonna fall like ever?
You know that feeling when you're like a kid and you go to like New York City and you're like looking up at like some of the taller buildings.
Yeah.
And it's a little like it's
disconcerting.
a little intimidating.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like you've never in that point in your life you've never seen something like that massive a scale compared to you.
Yeah.
You're like your innate human body physiology is like
Fucking monkey brain starts.
That's how I would feel every day. Because
Next to
that's
a Mother Crystal.
dude. I want someone to put do one of those scale videos.
Yeah.
Of the mother crystals next to like in-world
Like
buildings.
Clive. For like real world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
like
how
real-
much taller is it than like the
Yeah, how
Empire
big
State?
is it? You know that giant fucking. First of all, have you seen the picture of that giant like Buddha statue or whatever?
Yes.
That thing, I can't go there. You know my fucking my megalophobia.
Is that the bitch? That's the bitch that I would hate fuck the day I meet her. I gotta stop talking about wanting to fuck video game characters, man.
My megalophobia would be triggered so hard in that place. Like and it's funny because we point that out. I don't really have it in the prospects of most casual scenarios. If I was like swimming and I saw a blue whale, I'm pissing my pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I saw a blue whale next to me, that first of all, no one here can act like they could be next to a blue whale and not have a fucking like.
I mean, if we're
heart stop moment.
Listen, if we're out at sea and I see a fucking whale like that, I'd be like, I gotta get back on land.
I mean, like they're not gonna like kill us
intentionally.
They might do it on accident, but it's like the scale of it. The scale of it is just so too much. And that's how I feel in front of that statue, and that's how I feel in front of a fucking mother crystal. Ah, beautiful. It's that picture of you know when the Nostalgia Critic and Angry Video Game Nerd were walking me on this one. Remember Nostalgia Critic and Angry Video Game Nerd were in that anime?
Yes.
And then they recreated the screenshot.
Yeah.
Nerd's face when they recreate is me every. Because he overdoes his face.
Of course.
So it just. That's me, just. Beautiful morning here. Every day. Without fail.
Hey. Not this guy. The guy he's talking to.
For every
Have
home
we met
that
him yet?
burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
That's cool. That guy.
No.
New to us right now.
Dion?
That's Dion.
Yes,
Dion.
sire.
Dio. Dio?
I don't even watch JoJo's. I have JoJo brain rot
from all the memes that came out.
JoJo brain rot is like the next the evolution cycle of JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, after she's done with her gay pop nonsense. She's gonna start singing about fucking. She's like, now it's skibbity pop.
Remember this flower.
Oh yeah.
You hear the fucking Marvel Rivals crit noise.
Sire. Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Actually, we may have seen him in a past cutscene. I just don't know if it's taken place yet.
If that is your wish,
that
Radiance,
is
I shall depart
Bahamut.
at once.
Bahamut?
Bahamut.
Like the demon?
Like the dragon summon.
Oh.
But that's his...
That's the user?
Yeah.
May Grega forgive you.
So, the bitch...
Yes.
Had a son...
What do the astrologers augur?
With this king.
Yes.
Post having...
Yeah, post Clive and that shit.
Rosaria's King Guild.
Yeah.
And now... the plan...
Those tales were true.
Is,
You disappoint me, Dion.
basically that he is going to become heir to the throne, not Dion.
She's really just kind of ruining
She's
every fucking kingdom.
She's trying to usurp power
from
and
everywhere
I guess
she can.
Rosaria ended up. It was just politics.
Yeah.
Rosaria just made it not. Wasn't strong enough.
Oh, he's down there. Wee.
I wish.
That'd be so cool.
One thing after another around here.
Yeah, the only problem.
Uncle Byron.
The only problem that I have with this game, he does a fucking Doctor Doom dive kick. The only problem I have with this game is that little quality of life improvement stuff.
Yeah.
They could have improved on. But otherwise, game's solid. It's very rare that a game, because I said this right off the bat. I know contextually this game doesn't isn't exciting every minute.
Yeah.
I know what this looks like. I know that it just comes off as like Game of Thrones light.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this isn't necessarily for everybody. But it's especially not usually for me. So it's very rare that I get so enthralled in a story and a world and the characters that I love every second. Between the action, the side quests, the travel. I didn't have quick return.
Yeah, you had
when I
to
played
walk
the
everywhere.
game. So like, we had fast travel points. They didn't get you everywhere. But like, I just enjoyed being in the world, and it's rare that I get that. I can't get that from Pokemon. I care enough. I can't get that from Zelda because I got bored of it. I didn't finish Tears of the Kingdom. I just couldn't do it.
The only reason I did was because of
What was that? 2,000.
2,000.
Also, he didn't emote at all. The only reason I finished Tears of the Kingdom was because I wanted to make a review for it, so I finished it as quickly
When I was
as possible.
streaming it, I just couldn't. I got to the Phantom Ganon, like the real Phantom Ganon fight.
Yeah.
And I lost. And that's the moment, right? That's the moment in the game where you go, am I interested enough to get better?
Yeah.
Or do I not get? And I just didn't care.
What do you think, Vivian?
Then it's not a skill issue, because at a certain point you do have to make sure it's a skill check.
Could Kirby beat Bowser? Yes. Kirby can beat any Nintendo villain.
Come here and
Imagine introducing brain rot to this medieval war.
Skibbity waste bucket.
What?
Why is there a head in this waste bucket?
Entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift.
Yeah, it was a skill check in the game, and I had a skill issue.
Yeah,
but I didn't care enough to make it not one. I was like,
I do have to say though,
it seems safe
because like I enjoyed that game like for what it was, but getting the Master Sword is such a pain in the fucking ass.
I also just wasn't. I feel like I was overwhelmed by the 3 layers of world.
Yeah,
It
was too much.
It was like I was so hyped for the sky stuff.
Yeah.
Adding the underworld in the same game was like, this is a lot.
Yeah, it's too much.
And the underworld stuff was like, for me personally, was like tough visually, because like there's some shit down there that I'm like, I hate this. I hate being in this scenario. Like the fucking hands.
The Doom hands, I hate them.
I was like, I hate this. I hated being jump scared by the fucking Guardians in the first game.
Yeah.
This is worse. This is way worse. These things are terrifying. I hate them. They're just fucking coming at you.
I hate them not just because they're creepy. I also just hate them because they're fucking annoying.
Yeah, you have to have like the fucking arrows and shit for them.
Yeah, it's
Otherwise
so
you're
annoying.
fucked. But then on top of that, down there they have like the different like dark versions of like monsters up top. So you have the dark versions of the fucking giant dragon dudes. I already hate looking at the giant dragon dudes.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look at one in the dark that I can barely see. Ah! I'm sorry if that's a fucking react with a SpongeBob on the kiddie roller coaster moment. But like, I don't know. I just didn't like. You could have done a 3rd game. You gotta melt to that one.
Yeah.
There was something
And like, listen, if they make, they already have, but if they make another Zelda game, like a mainline Zelda game, not just a spin-off like Echoes of Wisdom was, I implore them, please make it different.
There's 2 things I want. Either return to Twilight Princess
Style, yeah.
Which was
or really Ocarina style.
Well, which was in vein of Majora's Mask Ocarina. But I say Twilight Princess because it's like it's like if we look at modern Sonic design, it's modern Link design.
Yeah.
Return to that style, or give me a new fucking Toon Link game.
Yeah.
Give me a console Wind Waker as the last. But after Wind Waker, it was just Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks,
which were both DS
which
games.
which were fine, but I want a console game.
Yeah.
With my boy.
It's also like it's only recently did they finally. And I know you probably don't give a shit, but it's like the Zelda timeline got fucked up by Breath of the Wild so hard because they wanted it so bad to be like a continuation of everything.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just not. Only recently where they're like, okay, yeah, it's an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Because it has to be, because it doesn't tie in. I think that's also my problem with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Is that it's almost ashamed of what came before it.
I think what bothers me the most about the Legend of Zelda franchise is that we know that this is like a hero through time reincarnation story.
Yeah.
And that's all we need.
Yeah.
We barely need connections between games.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, here's this spot, but now it's in this. You know what I mean? Like, we really don't need it.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal. At most, keep the Hyrule Castle design relatively consistent. But even then, I can waver on that because we're talking centuries.
But even if you want to talk about like Wind Waker, because I know we both really like Wind Waker.
Love Wind Waker.
How fucking cool was it when we went to like the center of everything, where we went to the fallen castle?
Yeah.
And they're like, this is Hyrule.
Yeah.
It's like, that was insane.
And not only that,
it was a crazy reveal.
But when you see like the land beyond like the bridge of Hyrule and shit.
Yeah.
And you see like the space around it, you can visually see like
he'll be coming with me.
Link to the Past, you know, Ocarina of Time, Majora. You can see like, oh, this is Hyrule.
Yeah,
this looks like Hyrule that I've seen. You know, and it's not exact.
Yeah,
it's not the same, but we can take that identity off of just a couple mountains and visual cues.
Yeah,
aside from the castle, and like that's enough. That's all I care. That's all I need. And that timeline works. Like the whole Here's If Link Lost, Here's If Link Won. I don't mind that branching style.
It's Here's If Link Lost, Here's If Link Won, and then here's Link when he goes back to being a child.
Yeah,
at the end of Ocarina.
That's what I mean. Is that like I like that branch?
Yeah,
because it makes sense to have that type of branch.
Yeah.
You know,
I was a little iffy on Here's If Link Lost, but like that's where original Zelda trilogy.
You go by the Unraveled video. Here's If Link gets real into basketball.
I have been saying since Breath of the Wild that it was a reboot, and Nintendo was too scared to admit it.
Here's my thing too. I didn't even want Breath of the Wild to be a reboot in the you know what I mean? It could just exist.
I just want it to be its own thing.
I like Legend of Zelda because much like Final Fantasy, the games can just exist.
Yeah.
They don't have to tether themselves to much.
Honestly. The only thing that they have to have in
Link,
common...
Zelda, Ganon, Hyrule. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
That's literally it.
Maybe a couple locations, like Zora's Domain, Goron,
but even that's fluid.
Yeah. Like, instead of Zora's in Wind Waker, we got the fucking birds.
Right.
I forgot what they're called.
Because it makes more sense to have flying birds in an island game than water people, where it's like, well, yeah, there's a lot of water.
Yeah.
They could be everywhere.
Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
It's a good thing I have a chocobo!
Where am I? It's 5 feet.
Where have I gone?
Come on.
Should I fight?
It's up to you, man. These are just enemies.
Sure.
Thanks, Gal.
I need
I really like questioning on the chocobo and why not? Gets off. The enemies are just waiting politely.
Yeah, literally. Listen, I could use the level ups. Well, I've been feeling for a while that I've been just kind of weak.
No, I mean it's fine. I'm not. I can't.
Pew. Ah! Stupid ass birds. Yeah, see, level up.
You will never have a moment like that again. Where you go, I could use some XP. Oh, hey, a level up. You will never. That will never be lined up like that again.
Just you wait in another fucking 15 years of doing GC.
pendulum knocks over another domino. Do you hear they're working on a Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius 2?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. And we know nothing about it. It's just one of those things where it's
just out there.
in the works, you know.
I don't trust them to not fuck it up.
You know what's funny? I watched the new Henry Danger movie.
Yeah.
They put it on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Okay.
Which is in line with Henry Danger as a thing.
Fair enough.
There's a great bit in it that I was like, that's insane. Where,
Look, Peter's talking about Henry Danger again.
Yeah, I know. Listen, there's one point where, because the whole thing is multiverse, I know.
Yeah.
But at one point,
any thoughts on the Snow White trailer? It sure looks like a live-action Disney remake.
Look at those horrible monstrosities. And by that I mean Gal Gadot as by that I mean the Seven Dwarfs. No, what I was gonna say with Henry Danger, there's a great scene in it where Henry and Frankie Grande's character, end up in this other dimension.
Yeah, Kat's brother, like in canon, yeah.
And she's Ariana's brother, the little fangirl character that brings them in through the multiverse, whatever, is just like, we could go there, but it's a bit of a gray zone. And Frakini goes, little girl, I was born in the. She said gray, dude. Because it's Frankie Grande. Mm-hmm. He was implying gay.
Gay, okay.
I was like, that's
pretty
joke.
Good. That's pretty good.
I really like his, because adult Henry's just like, she said gray, dude. That's like, I really like. Is
Goomer still a sidekick?
And then, no, Goomer's not there.
Poor Goomer.
I'm actually concerned. I don't know where Goomer is.
And such a long ride from
I'm actually concerned. Where's Goomer?
Where's Goomer? We need to track him.
No,
because he's gone. And I don't think he's like. I don't think he's safe to just be out on his own. I don't know.
He might die.
He could die. He could hurt someone on accident. He could hurt someone on purpose. I don't know. He could end up back on Sam and Cat. I don't want that.
No.
I don't want.
Demi just looks like another crappy live-action Disney remake. Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
I mean, I am interested in seeing live-action Lilo and Stitch, but only because I want to see Bleakley.
Or Jumba.
Bleakley is by far the worst one of the two.
Yeah.
Because fundamentally, Jumba's like 4-eye setup can be like.
Okay, yeah.
Your brain can kind of work
Bleakley is
with
like
that.
so scary.
Bleakley is like, oh no. Two tongues, one eye.
Yeah.
Very frantic. That's gonna be so much motion blur.
Oh my god.
On that character model. There's gonna be so much. Every time he moves, you're gonna see. Mark my words. You're gonna see that movie. And anytime Bleakley's like, no, you know, you are going to fucking see so much motion blur on him.
That was a good line.
Excuse my friend. He only talks when his mouth is full.
What of that then? An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
I love Clive and Byron.
I just love Clive because like he's like the serious, like no nonsense protagonist, but he's still got a sense of humor.
It's good. I'm like it shows more in this half of the game.
Yeah,
because he's like way more acquainted with everybody and everything.
Yeah, so he's not like the new guy.
He has his goal. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's the leader now.
He knows Josh was alive, so he's not like on his ass about.
He's not like
attacking himself. Yeah. Speaking of which.
Hi Josh.
In the same hotel.
Oh, what a world. That's probably not good.
Grace, it is plain you are not.
We were just talking about that.
Travel.
Yeah.
If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press
I
on.
love Yote.
Prince Theon has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another.
This is also,
You do understand that.
and I mean this from the heart with this game. When this game was revealed in the
Yes,
trailers,
Your Grace.
everyone's big thing was
You
Final
must at
Fantasy
least
finally
agree
going
to
back
take
to
your
medieval,
medicine.
and it's like, well, Final Fantasy was always
I'll fetch you
was
some
kind of always a mishmash.
Yeah, it was just of anything.
It was never like full. Like I guess you could figure like maybe the first Final Fantasy
Yeah.
was very like Dungeons Dragons-y.
I would say like the first I think it's like the first 4 are like medieval Dungeons and Dragons.
But even then, when you get to like stuff like 6,
yeah, 6
which is like
got more like mechanical.
6 was like with releases between America and Japan, it was like kind of inherently tied to the first few games.
Yeah.
In a weird way. So it's like, and we've always like it's always been weird.
Yeah.
I will say that this game felt so much like a breath of fresh air because I went through 15.
Yeah.
I played 13. I played a little bit of 12 before I fell asleep. This game actively was like, this feels new.
Mm-hmm.
This feels fresh.
All I see is sand.
You know?
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang.
And
without
Yoshi
any
P
trouble.
fucking knows how to
We'll be
write a
leaving
world.
soon enough.
Oh yeah.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin.
They're on to
now.
us. Uh-oh.
Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cook.
First 5, I'd say. 6 got a bit more of sci-fi with the mechs, but was still mostly.
And then
fantasy.
7 just went all in.
Yeah, 7 went all in.
And after that, I mean, 9 went a little bit back on the more fantasy heavy stuff.
But really, for
But
the
then
most
10
part, yeah, 10 put us all
10
the way back.
spilled the bullet.
Giant floating city where we
Water
play
soccer.
Yeah, water soccer.
Man, good thing we have this ball of water contained for the soccer. It'd be a real shame if a more water. Oh shit!
Oh fuck! Speaking of, you know those like that like trend that they do with the voice actors, the famous voice actors a lot, where it's like, I'm a voice actor, and then they say something from like one of their iconic characters. I love the one for James Arnold Taylor because he just goes, I'm a voice actor.
Dude, that scene is so funny because everyone's like, this is so bad. And it's like, it's on purpose.
Yeah.
He's trying to like make Yuna, he's comforting Yuna.
Yeah.
He's being like, look, you just gotta laugh. Ha! You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's on purpose.
It's on purpose. It's so, and like I was brainwashed.
And people are like, yeah,
I
because everyone at that time, like everyone on fucking Screw Attack, I blame them entirely. Was like, look at this bad voice acting moment. It's like, it's not. It's what it's supposed to
You're wrong.
be.
There are some moments in 10
I'm sure
that are rough.
I'm sure.
Granted, my favorite bits of 10 are always like eating all his food. Guy's like, what the fuck? What the hell is he doing?
He's eating like a fucking shonen protagonist.
Like, wait, we gotta clear the table.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose.
Yo.
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
I'm gonna keep eating.
Alright, keep fucking eating. I have a fun little fact for you.
Okay.
In a second when we start this fight. So attack him a little bit. Take a little bit of time here, you know, get some tactics. Alright, when you get the chance, I want you to pause and go into photo mode.
Pause and go into photo mode?
Yeah, just walk back towards the tavern first. Back towards over here, and then go to photo mode.
Okay.
Alright, give me the control real quick.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this. I saw this on Twitter. He is in fact eating behind the camera. They actively animated him. You cannot actively see this with the normal camera. But he is actively eating behind the counter.
What a fucking chat.
I fucking love that.
The problem is everyone shows that laugh out of context to point out the bad voice acting, conveniently cuts it off before they show the literal next part of the scene where Titus laughs for real.
Yeah, where he goes,
yeah,
you know, like a normal person. My favorite moments in 10 will always be, yeah, and we're gonna win that tournament, and then things will be great for all of us. And then you just hear, but they weren't great. Like, and I'm like, dude, Future Titus, you gotta shut up. Let me live in this moment.
Let me live.
I wanna live. Like, every fucking sequence in that game is undercut with what it wasn't. Oh, shut up!
Shut up!
I'm gonna kill you. I mean, you're already dead. Sort of, or not real. I don't know.
What? I haven't played 10.
By the time we get to it on the ethereal Final Fantasy Wild Ride,
yeah.
After Kojima's Wild Ride, like by the time we get to it, you won't. That's what you'll remember this. And also, the ending is so insane with 10, I can't even spoil it. Like I could say all of it, word for word.
Yeah.
And
I still would be like,
you
what?
wouldn't register.
You're finished.
Well, they're dead.
Cause then follows a 10 too, which makes it more confusing, because it implies that there's a way to change the situation. It's so weird. It's so weird. But also a 10-2 gives us the sick opening of what can I do for you? What can I do for you? Sick idle opening of 10-2.
He's still eating. And there's the woman.
For your trouble.
She greater scene, he comes up still eating, she gets up like terrified of him. Like,
Advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
get away, get on the other side of the counter right now.
I just love, hey, some for your trouble. Why are you watching me?
It's your turn.
Goodbye?
Now's our chance.
I coughed up blood 2 seconds ago, but okay. I'm gonna do it again.
Your Grace?
Me, midway through the Final Fantasy XVI speedrun of Dark Water.
Is he gonna live?
I'm so glad every time we see like a screenshot of a post of being like, oh, I loved this, or whatever. I was so happy to see that, because I was like, good, because I felt like it was a shit run. Because I felt like shit, and then I feel like
what was lost in performing the speedrun was gained in the entertainment value.
I'm so happy that it overrid the guys reacting to it the way they did.
Yeah.
Clive?
Because
they were just like, Pete, drink some fucking water.
I'm really glad that I came in roaring when they were gonna maybe just cancel the run.
Yeah, yeah.
And that the audience appreciated it.
Yeah.
The guys may not have appreciated it as much. They
Yeah.
were more like, oh, alright, I guess we're gonna get going. But the audience was like, yeah! Locked in.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's good, because that's what I wanted.
Well, because also, like, it was a triumphant moment, and I also understand the guys' perspective, because we were like, we just kind of want the weekend to be done.
Yeah.
This is the last
No,
thing.
I get it.
No, I get it. But it was just, it's way better for the content,
and it
that
wasn't
you came back in a blaze of glory.
And it wasn't even like a super performative how I felt about that moment. It was a genuine,
it was
like,
real.
I can't believe I'm in my room again. I was of two minds in that moment. I've always said, there is nothing worse. Like, I have been so drunk before and felt like shit. There's nothing worse than being that drunk and trying to lock in.
Yeah.
And like forcing your... It's one thing to be like... Because you can just be that way for like hours. Yeah. It's another thing to be feeling that, but being like...
Like, okay, I have to
having to function.
Also, having to function and be like, I have to beat this video game now.
I have to beat this. And the guys don't even know how long is left in the game, but I do.
Yeah.
Some part of my brain that still remains knows how long I have.
We should press on before.
I think I was browning out a bit. I think I was like
being in and out.
I was shifting.
Oh my god.
So there was, but like not like blinking. It was, and I'm later on, but more so like when you autopilot on a straight road for a while. That like, how did I get here moment. And except instead of how did I get here, it was I'm only here.
Not by force.
Oh no.
Because again, I knew how long was left, and every time I saw something, I went, "Oh, that's right, I have to do this."
By guile, then.
Oh, I have so much. I think at one point I did say to them like, "Oh, there's more than I thought."
I heard that I think a couple times actually.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh fuck."
You're like, "Oh, I forgot about."
Because like, if I was sober, I would have known 100%.
Yeah.
But I was like I was losing my grip, and I was, you know, when you're telling a friend something, and you summarize it down.
Yeah.
I did that in my brain to myself. Like I summarized the game down. Like I'm so close to the final boss, but I kept getting further away.
I remember you saying like, "Oh, I'm so close to the final boss," and I'm like, "All right, so it's like 9 o'clock, so it's like a little overdue, but okay." And then it got to 12, and you're like, "I'm almost at the final boss." I'm like, "I don't think I believe you anymore."
Looks like we're getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Dude, well, cause like, this is one of those games where the end of the game is like,
They've shut down the whole mine for it.
it's kind of like, it's like you have a stage,
Get back to your homes.
and then you're back at the hub, and you go to the final fight.
Yeah.
But the final fight is multiple phases.
Anything I
Yeah.
can help you with?
So it's like,
Allow me.
it's trying to pinpoint where I am in the game on a scale of like, okay, and then not only that, but in the interim they have like not a full level, but like a cutscene level where you're just kind of walking through, and the main guy's like explaining basically what the final confrontation is going to be for.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of walking through that, and you can't speedrun it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh fuck, oh shit.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
The best I can explain that the end of that speedrun was just a video of a guy rolling down a hill, and it keeps going.
Yeah.
And that was me. Ah, fuck.
Fuck, no.
At least I'm almost done.
Oh,
Oh,
no. I thought that was the bottom.
It's so fucked.
That's like when we were doing SGMR2, and we were like really were trying to lock in to like finish. And it's so interesting, like the sense, and I'm sure you felt it too, but like the sense of like it usually happens during later Unleashed and like kind of through Colors,
Yeah, a little bit
and
Colors,
definitely Generations.
Yeah.
Where you're like playing the game, and it's like you're on like a delay almost,
Yeah.
right? And you get like it keeps tricking me into thinking I'm like, wow, this game controls a lot worse than I remember.
Well,
but it's actually I can't react fast enough now because I'm so tired.
It's so funny to me. Which is, dude, I'm still impressed with how I was at the end of SGMR2.
Yeah.
Because I held it together relatively well.
Oh yeah, me too.
All the way through Generations, because like,
Do I have to tell you?
I mean, I was a little on and off, but in my moments, it was just like a fade out.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just kind of ran into a wall for a second. But then I'd come back and I'd play generally normal.
Yeah.
But then I'd fade out into a wall for a bit.
Can I help?
But you were actively off kilter. You were on delay.
Yeah.
You were getting angry at the delay.
Yeah.
My favorite moment was like, I fucking hate Planet Wisp. I hate this fucking. And I'm just like.
Well, what's funny is it's because like at that point, especially Planet Wisp, because Planet Wisp is already a little bit rough to get through.
It's a lot of platforming, yeah.
But it's also a lot of like going back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm now thinking back on it, I totally was just going in circles and being like, where do I go?
I know.
And I'm like,
that was, dude, it was so funny to look at your stream.
Yeah.
While I was playing and being like,
what is he doing? Is he okay?
Like, oh man.
And the answer was no.
The answer was no.
I was not okay.
Excuse me.
I say this every time we talk about it, but it's so crazy how close the being tired and being drunk is.
Do you know
Yeah.
Rosina Dalamil?
It's kind of
Believe
true.
She may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the
Rule number 1 of Watch Mojo:
She was a
don't
close
watch
friend of mine.
Don't watch
I
Mojo.
was hoping she might be able to
Don't watch Mojo. Oh, I actually like a little bit of watching Mojo now.
I haven't watched them in years, but it is crazy to me that they're still going.
Listen, they pop every now and then, and they got that big boost from Tom Holland.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that clip?
Oh, that he like watches
him and Jacob battle on for Far From Home when they did the interview.
Yeah.
She shows up and I was like, they're like, welcome to watch Mojo. She goes, that's me. She goes, oh my god, can you do the intro?
Can you do the thing?
Please? The please is so adorable.
Please? Yeah,
I
know.
love
It's
Tom
so
Holland. That please that he puts out is so fucking adorable. And then she does it, and they fan
like
it's when you see that, you're like, I can't hate Watch Mojo. I can't.
No, I can't hate. I can't hate them.
They're like, honestly, they're probably the least sleazy content form style channel you'll see.
Yeah.
Because they know what they do their research, they do their list, but they give description of the scenes accurately.
That and also at least they're like most of their lists are like positive, you know.
And clearly like, you know, of course not everyone watches every show that they put a top 10 list for, but whoever writes the list writes it well enough that the narrator can just go off.
Yeah.
And she must watch a lot of shows. You know what I mean? Like.
I fucking hit that R1 button.
Yeah, every now and then, Cena Watch Mojo and I recommend it. The other day I did it. They had like a long video of like top 20 saddest scenes in TV.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know why I watched it, because it made me sad. I mean, Mother was on there, Scrubs was on there. You know what was number 1? Fried Dog.
Aww.
And I'm like, I get it. And I told my dad that, and he was like, really? And then I explained Fried Dog. I explained the whole thing to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, alright.
Yeah, that he waited for him for like...
But then they retcon it.
Yeah,
which
it's so dumb.
I saw a lot of people that were okay with it, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. But I'm not a Futurama fan, so I really don't care. It doesn't really affect me.
The problem with them retconning it is it's because they knew that was their best episode and their most well-received episode, and they wanted to milk it a little.
Yeah, but also, like, they heard fans be like, man, that really sucks, you know.
Yeah.
They just give people a bone.
I did hear, though, unfortunately, apparently the Hulu season really sucks.
That doesn't surprise me. Animaniacs was hit or miss. I liked the Animaniacs stuff that I saw when I watched it.
They needed to go full in though. Like they only brought back the Warner brothers and sister and Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
And like that was it.
Yeah.
It's like no, if you're gonna bring back Animaniacs, you needed to like lock in.
Yeah, I mean it was decent. They had they were good jokes. But much like anything, the problem is streaming is such a shitty metric to base shit on that, like, TV ratings already suck as a metric to base a show's popularity on. But at least TV ratings are a lot more direct than streaming ratings.
Yeah,
because it's like, oh man.
To the Lock of Leisure then.
So like any show is kind of like, look at How I Met Your Father. I saw a lot of Twitter love for that show. I liked it. And I'm a huge How I Met Your Mother fan, so like that's a really good bar to hit.
Yeah, it's like someone who's a fan of the original also likes
the
new thing.
Then it got canceled, and it was mainly because not a great time, and streaming not really built. Some shows are good, like Stranger Things, but Stranger Things format wise, like they're going into their final season, season 5.
They're still going.
Yeah, but they're going to the final season at season 5. Back in the day, How I Met Your Mother's final season was season 9.
Yeah.
Psych's final season was season 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Final seasons were like...
It was like
8, 9, 10 seasons.
Yeah,
Friends, 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Now a final season is 5
like
seasons.
5, yeah.
And Netflix seasons are even shorter.
Yeah.
With longer episode formats. So it's just a completely different format.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle.
Which it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It's kind of the downside of living through time.
Well, also
watching.
It makes it so that non-serialized shows are so much harder to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Because like you can't binge a show, and Netflix and other streaming services know that.
Yeah.
That it's like you're more likely to binge a show where like the story continues the next episode.
Yeah.
But now serialization is getting old.
Speaking of which, I've been watching Psych recently. You know Psych.
Nope.
You've never heard of Psych?
Uh-uh.
That's crazy. Psych was on the USA Network alongside monk.
Okay.
And it's a show about
Sid the Second.
It's a guy
I won't waste your time.
who
Only passage through the
lies
south gate.
about being a detective.
Mhm.
About being a psychic.
Yeah.
So basically what it is, the first episode shows that he's really perceptive. His dad, an ex-cop,
Tell me, what do you
like
think
trained
is
him
a
as a
merchant's
kid
most
to
important
be as
commodity?
perceptive as is. So he literally calls in multiple times, watching the news, figuring out who's the guy who did like the crimes, and then they call him out on it and treat him as a suspect because of how suspicious he knows all this.
I'm not in the business
And
of
he just
helping
pretends that he's a
every lost
psychic,
puppy
and that spirals,
wanders in off the
and
street.
that's the show. Like he keeps working with the Santa Barbara Police Department in California and being a psychic. And they open him and his friend open an office called Psych, and they get their own clients as well. It's a really it's a comedy as well. It's a funny show. I've caught it in between when my dad has it on. Same with Monk. I've just caught it in the background, and I'm finally sitting through like watching it, and it's really good. I highly recommend it. It's a really good show.
So,
hold on, bro. I was so pissed that nobody aside from the Warners and the mice came back. Where was the Good Feathers? Where was Minerva Mink? Where the fuck was Slappy Squirrel? Buttons and Mindy? Hello?
Yeah, where was Chicken Boo? Where are the skies that look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a chicken.
place in my heart.
Where was Good Idea, Bad Idea?
Oh, Mr. Bones.
Yeah.
Because
His name
they
was, right?
get me
I think so.
I want.
I mean, he was just a skeleton, so.
Yeah. So I went to GameStop and I got Sonic Movie 3 Tails plush, and now I have 3 of the Movie 3 plushes, except for Knuckles.
Must be nice to still have a GameStop around. We don't really have a
I'll
GameStop
never
around
get
here
over
anymore.
when Steve was in the chat going like, where am I gonna get all my physical games?
Walmart. Yeah.
Oh, like 3 different retailers.
Yeah. Walmart, Target, Best Buy even.
It was funny because like I get the immediate reaction, but it was like I'm like, well, they still sell them.
Yeah. There just isn't like a real dedicated
Yeah,
game
but
store
GameStop
anymore.
was already kind of like annoying to us.
It
as
sure
gamers
was.
anyway.
That's why
like
when
before you worked there.
Yeah, even then I was like, all right, good riddance.
What trouble? If you're going to
They
give us
just
orders,
they just did not know how to run their business. They really didn't. And me working there just showed me how bad it actually was.
It just sucked because
What did you call
and the people there were always like
My apologies.
the employees there were always relatively like, yeah, I game, yeah, I play this. Like,
Yeah.
and it was always a good conversation.
Yeah.
But it was just like that's kind of it.
That's why whenever anybody complains about a GameStop employee, I'm like, no, they're getting the fucking shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that they shouldn't be taking out, like they shouldn't be rude to you because of that, sure. But as a former GameStop manager,
Good luck, Uncle.
you get put through the ringer from every fucking angle.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Delamil.
So it's like, I have a little bit of more sympathy for the GameStop employee, honestly. Because, like, there were so many times where, like, I would be, like, kind of just done with the day, and people would be like, why are you so deadpan? And I'm like,
Is it true there's been...
I've had a day.
If anyone ever asked me that at like towards closing,
yeah,
at like Best Buy, I would have been like, oh.
Dude, I've had to deal with people when I used to close GameStop all the time. I used to have to deal with people that literally would show up and knocking at the door being like, I tried to call you to tell you that I was coming, and I'm like, great, we're closed.
Steve, I really, really wanted to like this reboot, but the lack of character variety and over-reliance on political humor just turned me the fuck off. Again, but the humor was like they were still on point.
Yeah, the humor was still there. It's just they didn't lock in. When
they didn't lock in like where they should have locked in. But it was still like if they had those other characters, it would have been fine. Even the political stuff would have been fine if they had the other
political humor has always been a part of Animaniacs.
Yeah, there's always been. It's really the fucking theme song is Bill Clinton plays the sax, which isn't inherently political.
But like they joked about presidents a lot.
Joke about presidents a lot, yeah. That's what made Animaniacs so good is that it was like almost adult humor.
Yeah, it was
You know what I
like
mean?
it was like as adult humor as a kids show network show could get.
Dot fingerprints.
I don't think so.
Like,
What do you think of that? I think puberty was exceptionally kind to you. The Dolly Parton.
it's really good, man.
How do I get
Hello,
across this-
nurse.
Yeah, hello, nurse.
It's like it was, you know.
How do I get across this chasm?
You go around it.
I tried. There's no end. Jump bullseye.
Jump bullseye. Run like the wind.
Run like the wind.
Look at the map. Open the map.
Map?
Go to Dalamil and go out a different exit of Dalamil.
You know, that's already what I was doing. Fucking wild ass chocobos.
Fucking, what's this place called in Sonic Unleashed again?
Adabat. Shamar.
Shamar.
Yeah.
Has the worst fucking side quest mission in the game.
Which one?
Save Yasmin or something.
I don't even know.
It's just like a really annoying version of Shamar Day. But if I think it's like you have no rings if you take a hit, you're dead. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
It's like one of the most like frustrating missions in the game.
Ew.
Do you have a moment?
No, I know that, but they went in this reboot. I feel like at least 75% of the episodes were politically themed. I mean, also look at the time that it came out.
Yeah,
it came out what, 2020?
I feel like
that's all everybody was
it's
talking about.
impossible. Like that's what I don't blame talk show hosts for doing it. Like it's
Soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal.
what you fucking do.
A place to spend their hard-earned
Yeah, unfortunately, like that's the thing to talk about
And
now because everything's shit.
And if anything, like it's kind of necessary sometimes because some of the shit gets really rough to listen to on the news.
Yeah,
and
so
you,
it's like
so you
getting
need the jester to come out and make it make light of it a bit.
That's why Weekend Update is so good.
The Weekend Update is great for it, man. The best part of SNL every time.
It's true.
I'm gonna the day that they announce that they're leaving, Colin Jost and Michael Che.
It's gonna be sad.
It's and like I know that like who's the same with Seth Meyers and you know his co.
Seth Meyer was really good, especially when they would bring on Bill Hader.
Yeah.
With Stefan.
So who's to say the next two aren't as great?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Colin Jost and Michael Che are
They're really good together.
iconic.
Yeah,
and the
they're really
joke
good.
swap is such a good bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
He's probably just been eating.
I also love that. Hasn't Kenan Thompson said he's leaving SNL like the last 3 years?
Who?
Kenan Thompson.
He said he's gonna leave SNL.
Every year I see a news story. Kenan Thompson's leaving SNL this season or whatever, and the next season he's still there.
It's you. The one
And I'm like, how long?
What do you want?
My problem, though, is that I watch cartoons to get away from the political bullshit on the news. I don't need it to invade them.
But again, it was always in Animaniacs. I get what you're saying. I really do.
I get what you're saying that they went harder in this
I
new
totally get
series.
It. But like we said, it was kind of inevitable because it was the thing.
Especially since of the time that it came out.
And that honestly, that's probably what spurred it on.
Yeah.
Was the writers and creators of Animaniacs that were willing to do a reboot probably went, oh my god, I just thought of a million Trump jokes.
Even though I don't think they ever...
I actually don't know if they do.
Yeah,
but my point
I know
is,
what you mean, though.
They probably just thought, oh, I thought of this great joke, and it was probably something political or something that happened in the news. They made a joke about it, and there's your thing to pitch. You know what I mean? To bring it back.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. But there are other shows and cartoons that are really good escape.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me treat you.
Where the fuck are these people? Am I blind? How did I not see the fat fuck?
Talking about Byron?
Yeah.
Well, I think he's... hold on. Turn around. talk to her real
The
quick.
inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters thanks to you.
Okay.
The least you do
Go
as a
up the
boss is
stairs.
clean up in peace.
Upstairs?
Yeah, go
I
upstairs.
told the guard those soldiers started
Follow
it.
the girl. You have to find Byron. Go around. So walk on this balcony section, and then turn left.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Because he's not actually out.
Yeah. What's he doing?
Will this suffice?
He gets on his
as a
knees.
deposit?
Oh my god. Byron. Uncle
Byron. Byron.
Now!
Now!
Whoa. I can't do it. You gotta give me a second.
Alright.
At least let me get it out.
I'm sure that we can come to an agreement. But not here.
He's got all these layers on. Just let me get it out.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Don't forget the hyphen. Yeah, the hyphen.
It just keeps going. It's like a series of WarioWare mini games to get it out.
Boing, 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 boing.
He gets down to 3 final layers.
Oh my god, they made so many fucking Trump jokes, dude. I didn't watch the reboot. I didn't care enough.
I only watched like the
Why you're giving gifts
first-ish season. I don't even know if I've watched every episode.
I just watched, I think, the rebooted sequence.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
And I do believe I've
But then I heard that it was only the Warner Brothers and the mice, and I was just like, oh.
as to where I might
Alright.
crystal.
They did other things. I think they did like other characters that weren't like original stuff.
Yeah.
I think, but they didn't really bring back other characters. So like it's.
Just happened to attract
I do
attention
think its
of
biggest nail in the
those
coffin was it being on
uniformed
streaming.
ruffians. They took me aside and said they
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It's been a while.
Yeah.
If I proved I could pay for it. So the pearl was your proof. I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover? That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people think they've been stolen.
It's 9:30, everybody. Can we get a 9:30 in chat?
Spending money all
It's
over
9 fucking 30.
It's 9 fucking 30.
Siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere. Pocketing the profits.
I fucked on the floor.
We'll meet with them then.
Fuck.
As you arranged.
Fuck.
And put an end to the trouble.
They're all over the floor.
Jennifer Coolidge?
Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. My headphones are all over the floor.
Oh, sweetie, could you pick up
Wait, hold on. Speaking of her, I cannot believe that she did this, but it's fucking amazing. Have you heard of a movie called Hot Frosty?
Yes.
Have you watched it?
No.
Okay. There is a scene in that movie where the snowman guy is watching TV, and it's Jennifer Coolidge playing Glinda in Wicked.
Of course.
That's not from anything else. It's just, they got Jennifer Coolidge to be in one scene that's in a TV within the movie.
That's so funny. And it's so funny because Ariana Grande does such a good Jennifer Coolidge impression.
Yeah.
And she's Glinda.
Yeah.
The layering, unintentional layering of that is so funny. Speaking of Wicked, great movie.
I haven't seen it.
Fantastic movie.
Speaking of Hot Frosty, actually not bad. Actually a kind of funny movie.
Sure.
I recommend.
You know it's not a great movie?
Huh?
Sonic 3. No. Okay.
Yeah, that movie sucks. They didn't shoot the 12-year-old.
They shot adjacent to her.
What'd you say?
They shot adjacent to her.
Yeah, fucking...
They missed.
Oh my god, her cameo. Yeah.
No, I watched Wicked on New Year's with my parents, drinking wine, which was fun.
How do I?
Pretty sure at one point me and my mom were singing "What Is This Feeling" at the same time. I wanna do a cover of "Dancing Through Life" from Wicked. See?
Every time he hears one of us go, I want to do a cover, he starts sweating.
It's like the fucking Weezers and Jimmy Neutron.
Or like when they have to like get the sweat to
Or that Key and Peele sketch at the end of history. Horses? Worse than horses?
Yeah, there it is.
I think part of me only wants to do a cover of Dance to the Life so that I can learn the dance that everyone's doing on Instagram.
Speaking of dance, when are we learning the Jim Carrey robot?
Well, that's gonna be a donation incentive.
for dog water.
Yeah.
That will learn the dance and then perform it.
Yeah. I have to say, you're gonna be Ivo, and I'm gonna be Gerald. Because I can't lift you, but you can probably lift me.
What are you saying? Are you saying I'm fat?
I'm saying I'm weak. I'm saying I'm a twig.
A twink?
Yeah, I'm a twink.
Time to fight. Straight home now.
Yeah, we're not gonna half-ass it. We're gonna do the fucking waist spin.
Oh yeah. You're even gonna go cross-eyed because of it. I need to push the button. Push the button.
My finger is on the button. We played Lethal Company the other night.
Yeah.
Every time we were about to teleport in, Jordan was, my finger is on the button.
Push the button.
Every time.
Get him, Byron.
I love that there's some people that are like, there's a little too much Jim Carrey, but the same people are like, but that dancing was pretty fun.
It was really good.
Like, I really like that that's the sentiment. And I agree. I agree that, like, okay, maybe there was, like, maybe the cutaway mid-final sequence to Jim Carrey spanking Jim Carrey was a bit
much.
abrupt. Even though I am here, like, I love Jim Carrey, I'm here for Jim Carrey. I have no qualms about it because we also don't know if he's confirmed for the 4th movie or not.
Yeah.
So whatever. Blow your budget on him. But maybe place it a little better. Maybe pick your spots a little.
From here.
That means that I will always remember the very, very nice cheek switch of feeling Gerald spanked me in 4D.
Yeah. In the 4D.
It was on slight delay.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Dude, that's why I always see movies in 4D, man.
I was like, I watched like
If we see
that was
Fantastic,
like,
we have to see Fantastic Four in 4D. A for
Fantastic 4D.
And A for that, and B so that I can be lit on fire whenever Human Torch is
Flame on! Oh! And it's gonna smell like asshole. They for Sonic 4, they sprayed that
Sonic
shit
3.
smell. Yeah, Sonic 3. I'm not from the future. For Sonic 3, they sprayed that shit smell,
dude,
so fucking often that it actually gave me a headache.
I couldn't believe, because you had seen like at least 2 other 4D movies with me.
Yeah.
It was only like 1 time.
Yeah, for like each movie.
It was crazy how many times they did it this time.
It was every time food was on screen.
And I know, like, they definitely did it at least 4, and I'm pretty certain they just used the same air cannons.
Yeah.
And it's probably residual that we got hit with.
Yeah.
Because they used the air cannons also a lot more than usual.
Yeah.
In this movie. So I have a feeling it was mostly a residual thing, but they definitely sprayed it 4 times.
Yeah.
Because there was 4 times that I smelled it, like, really invigorated.
There was one point where I'm like, I need to like stop breathing for a second so I can like.
It was insane. I was trying to not be that loud because there was other people.
Yeah.
But I could not stop myself from being like.
Well, that's why when we left the theater, we just had to like sit in your car and just die laughing.
There's too much, man. There's so much.
Everything. Also, every time they move, it's just like.
I'm telling you, they turned that shit up to 11. It was the most intense 4D experience I've ever had at that theater.
We saw Avengers Endgame in 4D, and Sonic 3 was more intense.
We had an Avengers Endgame where they go, raid fire, but the troops, just do it.
Yeah.
That the air blast. I don't understand the air blast behind my head.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what that is supposed to immerse me with. But boy, did they use it on a missile barrage in Avengers Endgame.
They sure did.
Yeah, we that was one of the funny. We haven't been able to really talk about this on the channel.
Oh yeah.
In between, that was one of the most intense because we knew, and it was so funny because we knew we were in for a fucking ride as soon as the movie started, and the guy walking into the room made the chairs
like kind of like wiggle a little.
And I'm like,
oh fuck.
Oh shit. And then even funnier was when we clocked that it was off.
Yeah,
by
like off
2
by
seconds.
Yeah, so we saw Sonic 3 in 4D. There's too many fucking numbers, man.
That's too numbers.
That's too many for my stupid brain. And when we went to go see it, it was, as you can tell from what we're talking about, it was a very intense experience. But then also, it was delayed by like the movements happened like maybe like a second or two before the action.
Scene. Yeah.
How dare you?
That's their what?
They healed their comrades.
Yeah, kill the sorcerer.
I was doing it. I just noticed that he existed. I'm stuck. Are you still alive? He's still alive.
It showed. Yeah, we were everything 2 things up. Which, mind you, think that's gonna be the whole movie. First of all, it didn't, because I was like, every time we go to a 4D movie, there's something different. It makes it its own experience. You know, that's why I've seen it a bunch, because it's always funny.
Yeah, it's always its own experience.
It's always a story to tell, and it's my favorite. So yeah, when we found out it was 2 seconds, I was like, oh man.
And it was so funny because of that, every action, every movement of the chair or blowing of air was like a jump scare. Especially because the movement was so intense. And we'd have to be like, alright, what's moving us?
We saw the movie before that.
Yeah.
And yet, it just... I couldn't pick up on it. I was just like, what the hell was that?
And then it was so funny because we felt like the alternating butt spanks and we're like, no fucking way. And then we saw the spanking scene, we couldn't.
Because I was joking. The funny thing about that is I was joking about that the whole ride too there. I was like, I can't wait to be spanked like Gerald.
Yeah, and then it actually happened.
And then I got lost in it.
Yeah.
Right? I joked about it, but then I was like feeling hyped for the supersonic stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, hell yeah. But I was so lost in that when the spanking happened, I went, what?
It's real! The spanking is real!
And he alternated cheeks.
It did alternate cheeks.
He's a very caring man.
Yeah, he didn't want one cheek to get too much attention.
It was so fucking funny, man. I wouldn't trade those experiences for the world. That's why whenever I'm doing it, I'm like, only a couple people can come, but I will pay for the tickets.
Yeah.
Because I need someone else to experience this insane moment with me. It really is something to behold, man. And I'm sure, listen, if you go to like a one of those like 4D specific theaters, or you go to like, maybe like, I think Regal does it, or Regal 4D theater, whatever. Maybe it's different, but the one we went to, the Cinema Deluxe.
Yeah, Island 16.
That one, it was just phenomenal in terms of, like, oh my god, dude.
Like, it's funny though with that shit.
And I was like, man, there's a roller coaster bit in the movie too. That's crazy.
And then it didn't do anything.
Nothing.
It didn't do anything.
And I know that it's short. I know that it's just the drop of the ride. You could have moved the chairs.
There were literally some moments during when the chairs were moving, when they were running, where they were tilting us forward, and I put my foot out and I could touch the floor. And I was like,
there was one point where, so it was me, Jess, you.
Yeah.
There's one point where I leaned over to say something to you.
Yeah.
And the seats, because we were in sections of 3,
yeah,
the seats tilted it away. I damn near motorboated Jess. Just on accident of just being like, because it's right here. It was just such a funny, like, It's just such a funny angle to watch you go up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. I didn't realize the chairs had that much mobility.
Yeah, I know, me neither. Because they never moved that much before.
We were this close to discovering the chairs were like on a fucking ride simulator arm, and we could have cut upside down. Whoa. I would, dude. If I won like $1 billion, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there'd be signs, and it would be I have a home theater set up where the theater is one of those simulator rides. And I would personally program it for movies.
And by personally program it, you mean you would hire Marco to do it?
Well, depends. It depends on if the engineering software is like a fucking nightmare, or if it's like a user-friendly, like a shitty, stupid user-friendly thing. Because if it's just use this to adjust this, you know, and then you could time it with this or whatever, then that's fine. I edit videos, I could manage.
Clive.
But I guarantee you, man, there's gotta be like a fucking intensity lever, and they had it all the way up for the movie, I'm telling you. Because that shit was insane.
This guy's kind of a dick, isn't he?
A little bit.
He's like, Sid the Second is a Clive.
To be fair, that's what everyone, when they heard that's everyone who heard his name.
It's like, Clive?
Clive? That's the new protagonist of Final Fantasy?
Clive Rosfield?
Those left behind have been
What's a Clive?
The Pac-Man ghost?
Yeah, Inky, Pinky, Shitty, and Clive.
Yeah, I hate Shitty. He's the worst one.
He sucks. That's why they didn't bring him back for Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures.
Oh, I just saw that Steve said Wicked is so fucking good. I can't wait for part 2. I think what's funny is that my knowledge of the musical has been based off like just hearing the soundtrack every now and then growing up. And I did not realize the framing of the musical. I really thought Divine Gravity was closer to the end. It really is in the middle of the musical. And I was like, oh, okay, so I guess that makes sense. But then I also realized that in my current knowledge of Broadway musicals, I understand the point of an Act 1 showstopper song before the intermission, and it makes more sense to me.
Please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
I'm not betting with anybody.
I'm
I'm already spoken for.
But it's impossible.
Is this a Stolus?
I haven't made a move yet.
As Zerath Metrion Zinta.
Wow. Really?
La Duverada Nicto.
Hey, where'd Hockey go?
We
never know. We never see Hockey again.
He's dead.
Like, yeah, he gets shot down.
Where'd Hockey go?
It's so sad. That was Sokka loved Hockey.
Sokka loved a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then they died.
Did he ever get Space Sword back? I didn't read the comics.
Who?
Space Sword.
Space Sword?
His sword.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
I don't know.
You watched the show.
Yeah, I did.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, maybe he does in the comics. I never read the comics. I should. I've been meaning to.
I've listened to fan dubs of the comics, but I don't remember him having a sword.
No, in the show he makes the sword.
No, I know.
Meteor.
I remember.
Yeah, I just know in Korra it doesn't look like he does.
Yeah.
He only talks about his trusty boomerang. Which, I'm so frustrated they're recasting them for the adult Avatar show.
Yeah, like they don't really.
They don't need it. Jack DeSena can lower his voice slightly if you need him to.
Yeah.
You're keeping Dante Bosco, which I think is the crazy one, because he's the one that sounds the most
the same.
Yeah. Like across, and not even like not even like unbelievably the same, but like his voice just sounds teenage raspy.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Not no shame on that. I love Dante Bosco, but it's just crazy that that's the one that's the specific one you kept. Like,
but also, I feel like that's the one where if they recasted Dante Bosco, that would be the one that people would like bitch about the most.
It's also crazy because you had the perfect opportunity to keep Toph's voice actress as Toph.
Yeah.
She is a grown woman now and not a 12-year-old
Well, same with like Aang.
And Aang, the same way. Like that, it would be great.
And Katara and all of them.
Well, and so Mae Whitman and Jack DeSena can both just do a different voice. And actually, Katara barely even has to do a different
Yeah,
voice.
she already kind of sounded like a grown woman, even though she was 12.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
That show is very weird because you kind of forget their ages at one point because they all sound...
That they're like 12?
Yeah, they all sound really mature. I granted they're
Yeah.
thrown into war. They all sound really like...
There's nothing good about it. That's why it's called...
I think the only one who sounds like a kid is Toph.
Yeah.
We get
And
like
Aang.
Well, Aang sounds like a kid, but he has to be like the wise avatar to
Yeah.
like the second half, the whole second half of the show.
True.
Now, who to speak to first?
I think the last time you see him be like a real kid, aside, well, I guess the Fire Nation School episode.
You mean the fucking Footloose episode?
I love the Footloose episode. I love that episode so much.
It's so ridiculous, but it's
so
like,
insane.
it's fine.
But it has such a poignant like message about like propaganda and shit.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's an insane like. That's the episode where we talk about the Fire Nation propaganda within the nation and how the civilians are just civilians and aren't necessarily part of the war.
Yeah.
But also Footloose.
But also Footloose. Because why not?
It's so fucking funny. And it's also crazy that at the same time at Nickelodeon, you had good built-up romance and Danny Phantom's rushed, well, not iffy romance. They work as a romance, but like,
Yeah, but it's like...
they rushed really hard. But I also think that's more of a problematic of just Nickelodeon's bullshitting with the show.
Yeah.
Like, I could blame Butch Hartman all ding dong day, but like, Nickelodeon definitely didn't fully know when it had a hit.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, also they didn't care.
Look at Korra. Korra was the worst mismanaged show ever.
You want to know why? Because it was expensive to make.
Yeah.
That's why.
And
They
you can
want-
tell.
They wanted it to fail on purpose. Because they wanted to get the tax write-off.
But it made 4 seasons.
Well, the 4th season was online only,
It
wasn't it?
was. Dude, it's insane. To track the progression of that show.
Yeah.
It was like, new show on Nickelodeon. Okay, 2nd season coming to Nickelodeon. Alright, now it's only on Nicktoons. Alright, go to nick.com. And it's, dude, there were 30-minute episodes still.
Yeah. Dude, it was so sad that, because I used to love watching Nicktoons Network.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like Boomerang, but for Nickelodeon.
Well, let alone that, it used to be, here's some neat shows that we don't trust to be on our main network.
Yeah, like Kappa Mikey or Cornel and Bernie.
Or Fiends, whatever that show was.
Making Fiends, yeah.
Like shows like that where it's like, oh, we don't necessarily trust these to be on the main network, take up slots there.
But then Nicktoons Network turned into, okay, this is where we're gonna send our cartoons so that they die.
Everything changed when the logo changed.
Yeah.
When it changed from the globe with the splatter on it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Also, if I remember right, back in the day, Nicktoons Network would hold, like, animation festivals, wouldn't they?
A little bit, yeah.
Where they would, like, play, like, independent animations.
They would. I don't know how open it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how,
Even
like...
still, though, like...
But it was still a thing. It was still like a, oh yeah, cartoon style.
Yeah.
Here's a new animation thing.
And it's like Nicktoons Network then just turned into a graveyard, and it's like, that sucks. Because then it's like, every time a show goes on there, it's like, well...
It was the same thing with T-Nick. T-Nick was the real, like, a Boomerang, but Nickelodeon, where it was like, here's where you can find these Saturday Night Nick shows.
Yeah.
You know, you're so good when you're drinking Josh, you know. And then it became Sam and Cat Marathon. And then it became Henry Danger Marathon.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the Henry Danger one, but the Sam and Cat one changed me.
Dude, it is...
I'm like a chemical level.
It did. I do have to say, though, it's really sad watching Nickelodeon be on the path that it's on.
It is, a little bit.
Because it's like, back in the late 90s and the early 2000s, even throughout the 2000 aughts, right?
Yeah.
They were, like, huge. Like, it really was a thing of being like, Nickelodeon contends with Cartoon Network,
what's
right?
fucked up?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon won.
They did.
Cartoon Network is basically dead.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes.
But also,
Warner Bros.
Nickelodeon...
is fucked.
Like, I know I don't watch TV that much, but I feel like Nickelodeon doesn't even fucking try anymore.
They have stuff, but
like, what cartoons do they have right now that aren't SpongeBob?
it's all
Rock, Paper, Scissors?
Yeah, Rock, Paper, Scissors is their newest one.
What else?
I think they're still doing the Live
Patrick
House.
Star Show? Are they?
I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think they just took the creator's name off of it. Because they're doing the live action one too. But they took the creator's name off of it. For obvious reasons.
Yeah, doy.
But
How'd it go? You learn
But, like-
because the Lighthouse was a
Should I be looking for a
pretty
new trade?
successful show for them when it came out.
Well, yeah, it actually got more popular than SpongeBob for a while.
Which is like, okay, that's a reason to keep it around.
Yeah.
But
Is it? I wasn't sure.
I
it would
think
still go.
I think SpongeBob will outlast Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I think if Nickelodeon dies, SpongeBob will be sold off to somebody. And I say that because SpongeBob, and I mean this not even as SpongeBob is basically dead to me. It goes in waves.
Yeah.
Because suddenly you'll see a clip on Twitter of the funniest joke you've seen in SpongeBob in years, and it's from a new episode.
Yeah.
So everyone goes, I should watch SpongeBob again. And then it all sucks. So it dives in ratings.
Yeah.
And then a crazy clip comes again, so it goes again. And that's the
SpongeBob
the
cycle.
Sisyphus boulder roll of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me. It's like, how do they keep getting away with it? Because for me, that clip was the you must have been an accident. No, you must have been born on a highway because that's where most accidents happen. That is a wild joke.
Even after that, like the fact that they made a reference to Squidward's suicide was
crazy.
insane.
It's so crazy.
And then they got rid of it and made it worse. It made it worse. You know what they replaced
They replaced it with Baby Squidward.
Yeah, shitting himself.
Yeah.
Which is like, that feels worse. I'd rather just the creepypasta reference, honestly.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. But yeah, that's what I mean. SpongeBob will outlast, and I listen. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
For the longest time, I've always wanted SpongeBob to like outlive The Simpsons. Not because I have a problem with The Simpsons. I don't really watch them. I'm not like the Simpsons guy. I don't really care that much. But it would be crazy because Simpsons for me was always the
like
longest running animated.
It's the invincible show.
Yeah, so I think it'd be crazy if a show that I grew up with, SpongeBob, outlived it.
The only thing that I don't like about shows like SpongeBob and The Simpsons like running for as long as they have is that it's like, I feel like after a bit it becomes it stops being like, you know, oh, we want to make these shows because, you know, we have so many stories to tell, whatever, obviously, and then it just becomes it honestly, I feel like becomes like, well, we can't cancel it. It's The Simpsons.
Yeah, I know.
No matter how little people watch it.
That's kind of what that's kind of how I feel about The Simpsons. It's just like Simpsons is kind of like American One Piece. In that you kind of, like for me, I don't feel like watching Simpsons because I don't want to think about all of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Not that there's like a huge canon of The Simpsons to worry about.
Yeah,
You know,
the extensive lore.
You could
of
theoretically
Simpsons.
jump in wherever.
I have a question related to your topic on Nick. Okay. What is it?
But yeah, not that I have, like, you know, not that you have to watch The Simpsons in order, but there are recurring bits.
Yeah,
you
recurring
know.
characters.
But, like, it's also just, like, even with a show that's loose like that, you can't watch a new episode and not think about
what's come before.
Tens of seasons before it, you know, like.
It's also at a certain point, it's like inevitable. It's like, I mean, fucking hell. With Simpsons, the fucking phrases literally comes from The Simpsons. You just cannot keep a character consistent and interesting for that long. You just can't. Literally, Flanderization comes from The Simpsons.
This is a fool's errand.
What show?
What was the question?
Well, it just says what show.
Oh, The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Also SpongeBob.
Also SpongeBob. Yeah, listen, like, there is a point where a show kind of outlives itself a bit.
Yeah.
And honestly almost becomes a parody of itself.
That's what SpongeBob is right now.
SpongeBob definitely is.
You want to know what the frustrating thing about modern SpongeBob is? Me as a 28-year-old man, I'm talking about a children's cartoon. it's a shame because it knows that the show itself knows that SpongeBob has high meme status.
Yeah.
Like, so many memes come from SpongeBob.
Yeah, they had that whole fucking episode about Fred and his leg.
Yeah. But it's like, and even that's an episode that's like 10 years old now.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But like...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude.
That hurts.
Yeah, man.
Because the timeline in my brain...
Is that's like recent?
Doesn't line up because I only know SpongeBob from what I see people talk about.
Even the line that you said before is like a 10-year-old.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
That one I know is old. Because that one I could vividly remember hearing it that long ago.
Yeah.
The Fred episode comes back around.
I think the Fred episode happened before that.
It might have.
Yeah.
But it comes back around so often that it's really hard for my brain to... It's on the timeline.
Will you be needing help with your bags?
But like, because it knows it has high meme status, it takes advantages of the memes too much.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like, Nosferatu is just a character in SpongeBob now.
Yeah.
He's just a recurring character, where it was way better when it was just we didn't know how to end this episode, so fucking Nosferatu.
Yeah.
For some reason. Now they made him like a character, he has like a fucking like Igor-esque sidekick, and it's like, it's dumb now. But then also it's like, because they have like the way more fluid animation now, because obviously technology has gotten better since the early 2000s, they like try so hard to like make the new meme. When like, you can't do that.
That's what I'll expect you to use.
Like, they keep making the characters make all these funny noises and these funny faces to try to create the next big SpongeBob meme, and that's just not gonna happen.
You knew it was fucked up when that fucking statue came out of Patrick making the shock face.
Yeah.
And you're like, ah.
But it's like, think about all of the SpongeBob memes, right? Are any of them from the past 10 years?
By the way, that first SpongeBob movie is still like top 10 media for me.
Yeah, the first SpongeBob movie is amazing.
Really fucking good.
That new Sandy Cheeks movie I heard is literal ass.
Oh, I've seen stuff from it, and I'm like,
They tried to make it seem like it was like Sandy was sent down to Bikini Bottom to like basically like kill them.
I can hardly abandon you.
And by the way, her superior officer, Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, but like fucked up big head Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, and it's like, what is
that's my
going on?
That edit is so funny because it made everyone go like, you know who did it right? George Lopez.
Bloody made of it. Then I suppose I'll meet you back.
There's one clip of those flashbacks George Lopez that kills me every time. You can't force a meme. Damn right.
Exactly.
But like,
my man.
But like, that episode, there's that one clip of George Lopez where like the bully is bullying this George's friend.
Yeah.
And he goes like, "What are you gonna do?" And it just shows George
like,
Lopez.
Yeah, like whenever they did a flashback of George as a kid, it's just a kid body with his.
Sorry, I'm gonna say this right now. I liked the George Lopez show.
It was fine.
I think it was serviceable. I think for when it came on, and yeah, I experienced the same thing everyone else did.
Waking up at 4 in the morning, just.
I should do that to you at Anime NYC. I should randomly put on George Lopez show at like 4 a.m. in the middle of the weekend and just have you wake up, Jess screams from a night terror and wakes up to you're like, Jess, it's okay.
It's not okay. It's not okay. We gotta go. Imagine that as a sleep paralysis demon. George Lopez, like slowly rising from the end of your bed, just
that's horrifying. That is a creepypasta for sure. That's terrifying. Shit your pants.
Shit your pants. Hey, shit your pants. Stomp, stomp, slams.
Shit your pants. You got this. Shit your pants. I don't know why we imply that every sleep paralysis demon tells you to shit your pants. What is it? Like that's a core part of a sleep paralysis demon and not our own bit. Like it has now become like a fucking check mark of a sleep paralysis demon.
Wait, is that a sleep paralysis demon? Shit your pants.
Oh no! Also, once when we were talking about sleep paralysis demons with it was we're in a Discord call, and our friend, like other Brandon, not GCN Brandon,
not GCN Brandon,
Brandon,
other Brandon,
was doing hypotheticals of like, what if this Sonic character was a Sleep Paralysis demon? What if this Sonic character? And Phil, or maybe Brandon, like I think it was Brandon who was like implying that that Sleep Paralysis demon is always like on your chest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no,
not always.
That's not. I've had the one where it's like a thing is coming out of a vent that isn't there in my room.
Yeah.
It just
it's like, oh, the vent is like part of it.
Like I never see the thing. I just see someone come like, oh.
I'm like very thankful, but also a bit jealous. Let me say, because I feel like I'm not good enough for these fucking demons. Every time I've had sleep paralysis, I've never had a demon.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Am I fucking not good enough for you? Not good enough for you to lay on top of and make me suffocate? Fuck you, dog. You're not gonna make me shit my pants?
It's mostly been the bug for me. Shit your pants. Big ass bug.
I'm doing side quests. Fuck you.
It's mostly been the big ass bug. It's usually been pretty. Like, looks a lot like and then the one Beetlejuice.
This is what
the one of Beetlejuice acting unwise.
The juices lose.
So fucking. I'll never forget, dude. It's so good.
I never had a sleep paralysis demon. If you want, I could try to call a demon or something. No, I'm okay.
I'm alright.
I don't even want sleep paralysis, let alone a demon.
I got a rent free.
Say my name 2 more times.
It's so fucking. Like at first it's like, oh fuck, and then it turned into what the fuck. And it's just sleep paralysis perplexed.
If you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
Fuck. I'll never forget that. And the fact that he like had like the bloom setting was turned up way too much. It was just bright white.
The last time that I had some sort of sleep paralysis,
First things first.
I must have been watching way too much analog horror. Because you know how there are some times in like an analog horror type series where like the scare happens and like the screen just starts like fucking up and like there's like loud fucking noises and everything's just fucking chaos and you can't even fucking see anything. That happened in my brain. And I'm like, I vividly remember I was looking at my fridge that had a mirror on it, and I was told, because I said in my dream, Jess, I'm having sleep paralysis. As I'm standing in a dream, and I'm like, she's like, okay, solve math problems, and then repeat them to yourself in the mirror and you'll be fine. And I went, okay. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 4 plus 4. I saw my reflection blink. It was over.
Yeah.
And then colors, loud noise. Like I heard screaming in my brain. And I woke up from that, couldn't move. I still was in sleep paralysis. I couldn't move. But I also had the thought of like, did my brain just explode? What happened to me?
That's a new one.
Like it literally felt like, and like flashing colors and like glitching in my brain. I'm like, did I?
It's a Red Mountain. So...
Like I legitimately had to like question like, did I have a stroke?
Did I do that?
Did I have a legitimate stroke?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, top 10 sleep moments for me is realizing that I could crawl away from the sleep paralysis bug and like be like half paralyzed because I pulled myself out of my room, only to then wake up in bed. Very weird, very surreal moment. And then Jess's night terror in Animal scene.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
Alright.
As I'm fucking like, my heart is beating out of my chest because my cholesterol medication made me more anxious.
I gotta put it on the alcohol that made me like more calm. I think I was just so tired from like the alcohol intake.
Yeah.
That I just couldn't be bothered. Like it's like I was like, there's no one here.
That's fine. Whereas like because I found out that this really was the problem. The cholesterol meds that I was taking made me more anxious.
Yeah.
And that's why I was having such a bad time.
I don't know. I think it also would have been equally funny if she just screams, there's dead silence, and just had me going, you alright?
Okay.
that would have been equally good. Because, like, you're next to her so you can whisper. I would have been across the room.
Alright. I think that would have cut any tension.
You good?
That would have cut any tension that was in the room.
Yeah, but then we all would have been awake.
Yeah. Because then we would have been laugh. Yeah. Would have been laughing too hard.
I think the last thing I need in Anime OSC weekends to be
tired.
Deprived.
Yeah. Especially since you had the after party that night.
Oh. Well... No,
I mean like the night.
Oh, that was the night of that. Yeah, that would have fucked me up if
Yeah.
I was sleep deprived.
Where you got back to the hotel room at like 3 in the morning.
Got back to the hotel room at like 3 in the morning. My ankle fucking shattered.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I did not want to go.
Had to get in the cold shower because I couldn't get myself to go find ice.
As I'm having the worst heartburn of my life, mixed with a
came
panic
back,
attack.
I came back. You're having a panic attack, a heartburn. I'm trying now. I'm sitting there in agony, going, "Hey, Bottles, it's alright, man.
Okay.
It's
You're
good.
gonna be fine. Just
you're gonna be
relax.
fine, man. Just relax." Just like, ah.
Yeah, literally. It's like, I will never forget the one night though. The first time that we all went together to Anime New York City.
I come back from the club.
You came back from the club at like 3 in the morning. After the only thing that we knew, like me and Jess, is that you were going out for dinner, and then you didn't come back.
No, I said I was gonna go to a thing after.
Yeah, but I didn't realize.
I didn't tell you where.
Yeah, you didn't tell me what. Not that I wanted to even go.
But I was also
not
like,
that I wanted to go or anything.
That's also like, because I also barely knew what we were doing because it was kind of last minute because they were like, yeah, you don't have to have a ticket for it. You can just go you can get at the door. So it was like, oh, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, but it was just funny because I love the interaction. Just got funnier when you came back because you come back into the room.
And also I came back in the room at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But I was in the hotel way before then because I hang out with the other guys in their room drinking water.
Yeah. Because you got so fucked up with the
I was so fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know if you can handle it. But it was like, you get back into the room at like 3 a.m. and you literally wake me up with the opening of the door, and without a second thought, I just go, "Where have you been, young man?" And then you go, "Hell's Kitchen," and I went, "What?"
Which is funny because it sounds far away. We actually were like
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
it was
When
not-
I looked at the map of the club near the convention center,
Yeah.
it's like right there.
Yeah.
I went, wow, because the Uber makes it feel so much like a drunk Uber ride
Yeah.
from a club.
Makes it feel so
It makes
much
it feel
worse.
like you're further, but it's like, oh, that's why I really didn't mind going last year because I was like, oh, it's actually like right there.
Bath bomb. Ow.
But it's, yeah, oh man. That weekend was great for me. I feel like I'm pretty quick, ironically, when I'm drunk, or when I'm like when I'm drinking that much, because that was the same weekend where I was still in bed going, "Hey Phil, this is Pete from the small dinner club."
Yeah, and that whole fucking...
That was one of the best moments of like improv that I've ever had. I'm just sitting in bed. I just woke up.
Yeah. There's something about being there that just activates your brain.
It's just, I mean, listen, which is crazy because I'm drinking so much in the weekend.
Yeah.
They could kill it more. I think it's a fight. I think that's why my brain's more activated. I think I'm fighting to keep myself aware and around.
To keep yourself like present.
So I think that like constant battle.
Because you like still want to like kind of enjoy.
Yeah, I
the
still want to
weekend.
exist and be there.
Because it is like an anime convention. You're actually kind of interested in the shit.
But also, like, you know, I don't think there's any point in that weekend where I could drink enough. Like I can't get to the point that Jordan got to. For
I'm making a name for myself.
I don't think I can.
You can't. You don't even know what I'm saying.
I don't think I can get that far because I'm walking around the whole day.
Yeah.
And I'm dodging people, and I'm, you know what I mean? Like that level of focus and activity, kind of just. But that's also why we're able to drink a bunch. Is because I'm kind of walking it off the whole weekend. It's kind of just going through my system.
Yeah. Oh.
Never a super student. Oh yeah, we read that.
Yeah,
before.
we read that.
But yeah, that man, dude. I can't imagine having a sleep paralysis demon in anime NYC. I don't think it could work the same because, for me, my sleep paralysis demon comes from the fact that my dreams are so vivid.
Yeah.
And it's always of my room, and it's just my room. Something happening in my room space.
Yeah.
So I don't think it could happen in NYC because I'm not used to that space. Also, I think drunk sleep kind of breaks the chance of like it negates it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if I actually dream when I'm drunk sleeping. I think I just in out.
Yeah.
Like black awake. You know what I mean? Like
honestly, kind of same. Like I just kind of black out.
Which honestly is a great. Like honestly, I don't knock it.
No.
After having so much experience dreaming, like I'm good with that moment. I think my best sleep ever was on the way up to Michigan with Juan when we stopped at his mom's place and we were so tired. We nearly I can't believe we didn't crash because we were both falling asleep in the car.
Yeah.
And we get to his mom's place and they set up like the air mattress for me and I go okay. And I fall asleep mid-face falling into the... Like, I just fall. I don't even care. No arms out. Just... And midway through the drop, I'm out. I didn't even feel the impact. I wake up like this.
Oh my god.
In the morning. I got a full sleep.
The fact that he, like, I'm trying to imagine that from, like, Juan's perspective.
Yeah, if Juan walked by and saw it.
Oh, sweet. Like you just passed.
If Juan wasn't equally as tired,
yeah.
he would have had way better memory of that moment. But I'll always remember because it was one of the best sleeps of my life.
That explains the heat.
It's right up there with the sleep I had the other day when we were having heating issues.
Yeah.
And I was cold, so my brain went into like low temperature hibernation.
Yeah.
Like I just went. And my dad's like, it's so cold out. Like it is really cold, but I just had the best goddamn sleep. I was like, oh, that was, you know it's good sleep when, like, you do wake up at some point.
Yeah.
But you're, like, right back.
Yeah.
Like, when you just go, bam, down.
And then you're just down again.
Eyes open, eyes closed, done. You're back in. That's the best sleep.
Unfortunately for me, 90% of the time that I get that sleep is when I have to get up for work.
Yeah, dude, it's the fucking worst. Kind of the downside of working remote is the
waking up.
The demons in your brain being like, oh.
But like I can sleep more.
You know, you're just like, oh, but
It has happened that I wake up for work and then I end up like dozing back down, and then I'm like, well, it's 9 now. I was supposed to clock in for work an hour ago.
I'm like, dude, but it's also like, it's also one of the things where like I've done a lot of work in bed. Like I've just gotten the laptop out.
Yeah,
of course. And I'm just like. It's fine. Like, this is alright. No one recommends that when you're working from home. But at the same time, it's like, yeah.
It's sometimes
I'm more productive in bed.
Yeah.
Because I'm not at a computer. I'm not like at my desk with my other computer at it, so I'm not distracted.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes because I'm getting right into it, because I'm not taking time to set up my computer and my desk or anything. Like, I don't know. It's nice. But it's definitely a battle. Like. I'm looking so like.
Yeah, just please. Maybe just like 5 minutes.
It's such dangerous. It's like back in school, man. It's like it's like that 5 minutes before school can turn into an hour and you miss the bus.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, fuck. That was like always the worst feeling. Was missing the bus.
Oh yeah.
Because you had to explain to your parents
like, hey, you have to drive me to school now.
Well, for me it was always
of course.
I can't believe I graduated. It's honestly, every time I think back to my school days, I'm like, what did I do? I tried to leave every day, pretty much. Like, I tried to get the fuck out of school all the time until I had a girlfriend, and then I barely wanted to pay attention in class because I just wanted to be with my girlfriend. And then I didn't do like any of the homework. I just did good on tests, which is why I know the public school system is bullshit.
Yeah,
it's just tests. And it's even funnier when you get into like college level courses.
Yeah.
And you could look at you're like, oh, do I need to take the class for this? No, you just take the test.
Yeah.
You just take the final, study for the final, pass the final, you get your thing. And you're like, oh, alright.
Dude, that, like, me and Jess think about it all the time, because, you know, Jess and I both did AP classes.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, they were always like, oh, this is what college is going to be like, this is what college will be like. I'm like, that is the biggest fucking... I'm like, AP courses in high school was the hardest schooling I've ever done.
It almost makes it... It almost kind of makes it crazy, because you'd watch, like, old, like, college frat movies, and you'd be like, this isn't what it's like. But then you go to...
Then you get there.
Then you're like, oh my god, if I went to, like, a college that had sororities and fraternities... Hold on.
I'll join the sorority.
I would. I listen.
The perfect scam. I'm gonna scam them out of their quarters, and I'm gonna get cash.
You pervert. What's perverted about wanting cash?
What's perverted about wanting cash? For jawbreakers.
I don't care about sex. I want cash.
I want jawbreakers.
I want jawbreakers. No, no, yeah, but
I'm sorry. I can't now imagining you sitting in the middle of a college dorm with a giant jawbreaker. Life is good, boys.
People probably in there fucking getting all the girls' numbers and like fucking having sex with a different girl every night, and she'd be
a fucking giant ass jawbreaker.
Yeah.
I bought it with my cash.
So I definitely could see like those old fucking those college movies where the big frat parties. So it's like, no, you know what? This is somehow closer to reality than what the fucking teachers in high school tried to tell me.
Yeah. Movies were right. Who knew?
like it's crazy. Like I can see a crazy fraternity party.
Yeah.
And how crazy it can get, like, you know, like, oh, okay, the frat houses are in a cul-de-sac, so the whole fucking cul-de-sac is a party.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see that over, man, college is really hard.
College is really hard. You get, like, professors...
I dropped, like, every class until I finally just stopped going to college. But they let me drop every class.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it's your money.
I mean, I know I also shouldn't speak, because I went to film school... But still, even when I went to Suffolk and had to take, like, the bullshit classes, like, you know, like the math, the English, whatever, it still wasn't even as hard.
Which is why I dropped, because I just didn't mentally have time for it anymore. I just went, this is, because and I think it's part of the downside to having taken a break between high school and college, because that's what I did. I took, maybe
it was like a year-long break, I think.
It was almost a year. I don't think it was a full year, because I think at a certain point I went, I kind of need to do something. I gotta do something. So I think I took a break from between, and that break kind of made me, like, when they had me taking those courses, like math and English and shit, I went, why am I doing this? I did this already.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this again? I want to act. Why? Fuck.
Like, why do I need to be here to act?
I was like, fuck this, and I just stopped. There it is, Drake's Fang. Our next target.
Cuckoo will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards.
Oh
all on
man.
highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about
God
you
damn,
if you're
dude.
to reach him.
So be careful.
Perfect scam.
The perfect scam. Cash.
My boyfriend's so mean to me. That's great. You got a quarter?
I like how there's no scam. It's just you asking everyone if they have a quarter.
There's no scam. The guys at the fraternities think I'm like getting sex all the time. They think the scam is that I'm being with girls or something, but I'm just a bunch of
You have a quarter.
You have a quarter.
You want to know something though? There was someone we went to high school with where his fucking catchphrase was "Give me $1," and I think people did give it to him sometimes just to get him to go away.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Too.
I know you know. He was very famous throughout the school.
Until I was.
Yeah.
I didn't deserve. That shit was so funny. I'm not popular. I was not actually popular, but my name shouted across the hallways for meme's sake.
Yeah.
Became this thing. There were people that like, oh, you're Peter?
Yeah. They're like, you're Peter Wagner?
Forgive me.
You're the guy whose name I've been shouting this whole time?
It was so weird.
To build a new world.
It's I'll never forget. In my last year, it felt like a weird Ferris Bueller bit. You know how like the Save Ferris became a whole thing? That's how the Peter Wagner bit felt. Because it was like, this wasn't earned. Where did this come from?
Raised in a nation that strove to improve.
The joke was started at a cafeteria table.
Yeah.
With like a tertiary group of friends. Wasn't even a secondary.
Legitimately.
Did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, I always found that funny too. I mean, everyone makes the John Mulaney joke of, oh, quicksand wasn't as big a problem as cartoons. Dude, bullies. I mean, I know that I know bullies.
It depends on where you are.
I know it depends.
It also depends on the group.
I know
the marginalized group
right,
you are.
I depend on the marginalized group and stuff. But it's kind of crazy that like there wasn't a spectrum in our high school. It was either some dark shit happened.
Yeah.
Or
you got none of it.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
There was no in between. There was no shoving into lockers.
No.
But you couldn't really do that with our lockers.
No. They were too skinny.
Too skinny, and they were like half lockers for most of the.
No, that was middle school.
Oh, that was middle school. Middle school, the half lockers.
High school, we just never used them.
We never used them. Yeah, exactly.
We had them, and I think the most use our lockers ever got was when we got the lock at the beginning of the year and had to give it back at the end.
Yeah.
Until like our senior year, where I literally was just like, just don't even give me a locker.
Yeah. I barely brought anything with me.
You want to know what having a locker did for me? It made me forget stuff.
It's true.
I'd be like, fuck, it's in my locker.
And I was going all around that building so much, I did not need to stop at a locker. It's like, this is the last thing I need.
Then, especially since the way that our high school was, like, set up, like, the classes were, like, all over the place, so, like, going to a locker was, like, it never was in the right spot.
It had there was no efficiency to it.
Yeah.
It would just get in the way. We only had 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is also crazy, mind you. Like, they're like, don't run in the hallways. Don't make my class across the school with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, legitimately.
The hell? And then it was crazy, because also the teachers were like, don't start packing up till I dismiss you. But it's like,
I have 5 minutes.
I have 5 minutes to go.
I have 5 minutes to get to class, bro. What are you talking about?
It's absurd. It's rigged from the start. Dude, the amount of times that I have the crazy dreams where I wake up. I'm going to take my headphones out now because I just don't have them in.
Yeah.
But the amount of times that I've had the crazy vivid high school dream, I wake up and I go, oh god, I'm gonna be late. And I hear like 40-year-olds do this too.
Yeah.
Like I hear this from so many different people that are like, dude, I have it. It happens. I missed the bus. Oh, and it's like, and let me tell you, it sounds like awful to have that happen. Mm-hmm. But it also is like one of the best euphoric ever.
When you like wake up,
yeah,
and you realize you don't have to go to school.
Exactly, that moment of like, oh, I missed the bus. Never again.
The hands?
Yeah, they had to give him something. Cut him off.
Now he's like, why do they still hurt? I don't know. It's like that fucking Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5.
not there yet.
Out of my sight, witch!
Yeah, we won't be there for a while.
I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart!
Can't even jerk off with these hands.
Every time I try, it's like...
I broke my dick.
I broke my pelvis again for the 5th time this hour.
If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead.
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust.
And how would he have done that without his head?
What was bothering me is that Kupka's hair always looks like he just has sand on his head.
Yeah.
It's just such a light layer of hair.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought we killed him.
No. We didn't fight Titan yet.
Yeah, that's true. I think I just kind of assumed, we chopped off his hands. He's probably done.
You see,
Not in Final Fantasy.
you are weak.
It's only a flesh wound. Can I say I love Monty Python?
So long
Yeah.
But every now and then I hate seeing interviews with the Monty Python guys because they seem like a little too up about themselves. Like, listen, I get it. You guys are comedy geniuses. You guys are really good. Comedy's really good, but like, calm down. Like, like there was the bit with Eric Idle was in Shrek 3.
Yeah.
And they did a little homage bit with the guy using the coconuts to make the horse sound for the Prince Charming play in the show. And he was like upset with them because he didn't know about it. But I'm like, first of all, do you know how many other people have probably made that bit after you guys did?
Yeah.
Second of all, it's just a thing because you're in the movie. It's a little homage.
Also, it's like, how many things does Shrek make parodies of that are in like the fantasy setting?
And it seems weird to me to be like almost like you copyrighted a bit.
Yeah, it's like, shut up.
That's what I mean. Like, I love them. They're funny people, but like, chill.
Yeah. Like there's some like, if people were to like do our bits,
yeah,
they'd get canceled. No.
I'd kill them.
No, they just get canceled because our bits are that terrible.
That's true. That's true.
But if someone were, if we were to like blow up, and like someone decided to like make fucking GCN references with their friends for some reason, I wouldn't get mad. Even if they wanted to like put it in their movie, or if they were doing a Let's Play channel, they made the same jokes, I wouldn't get mad. You want to know why? Because half our bits are Game Grumps bits.
I was gonna say, I'm like, a lot of that was Game Grumps.
And the other half is Middleditch Schwartz.
The other half is 3 specials of Middleditch Schwartz, and it's mostly one.
Yeah, it's mostly the wedding one.
The other 2 is mostly the first one.
It's mostly the wedding one, and then like a little bit of the one with fucking Jason.
Yeah, a little bit of the Jason. Yeah. How about that? This fucking guy.
Run along now, Hugo.
It's so funny because Game Grumps is like thousands of videos, and Middleditch Schwartz just 3 specials.
Yeah, 3
and
specials.
it is the other half of
Yeah.
it. It's kind of fucking crazy, and it came out like almost 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
It's like
Shall be so.
we're so washed.
You may leave.
So fucking cooked, bro.
Your Majesty.
And then there's a small percentage of our bits that are our own bits.
Yeah.
But they're only funny because we find them so fucking funny. Like Jim Not Jim.
Oh my god, yeah.
That bit is only funny because we find it absolutely hysterical. And Jess did not understand why.
She didn't understand when we did it. She didn't understand when we made the sketch.
That's one of my favorite parts. Is not even us. It's just being like, why
are you laughing so hard?
We laughed for like a whole episode about this bit.
It was Mario Maker, I think.
It was Mario Maker. I think it was Steve's levels.
Yeah. Super Shays World 64.
And we were just... Oh, man.
What the fuck is that thing?
The 2 bits that I remember from that Mario Maker was Jim Not Jim,
yeah,
and Ice Poopy. Because it was a moment of vulnerability where I showed my true mind. the inner machinations of my mind to the people.
You want to know what would be a very, and this would be so self-serving, but like you want to know what would be an interesting challenge for us to do? Go through each series we've done, stream, let's play, whatever, and see if we can remember any bit from that series.
There's a lot. I remember good bits because of course I remember Wait for It to Come Back from Sunshine. I remember Ow, that was out there from Ghostbusters. I also remember I'll never ever forget. Just go in there. You want to worry about the monster.
Oh, from Knock Knock?
Yeah.
Just go in there. It's like, that's how you get rid of the monster. The first like true scare moment
that was so fucking funny because because you hear it extend. Like you hear the scream go from like oh god to oh it's still coming. I'm like oh and it's funny because it's not even I've played scarier game. I played Lethal Company every Saturday. That's far scarier.
Well, even then it's like that's why like it's really funny watching us back in the day playing horror games because we got scared at horror games so much more back then. But like now it's like I'm just like fuck you.
Exactly. It's just fuck.
Like I'm like even when I do 5 scary games where like I feel like out of any of like the horror game things that we do now, it's like with 5 scary games, it's like that one's probably the scarier end because it's like I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Whereas like with like if I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's, like I know what to expect. Even Poppy Playtime, I know what to expect. But it's like for example, I'll always remember when I was playing FNAF Help Wanted 2, and I got jump scared or whatever, and people in chat were like, "You don't even fucking flinch," and I'm like, "Yeah." It's not scary.
I do think I remember watching a clip that you made a short of when the fucking the long arm dude from Poppy, the first dude, the blue guy.
Huggy Wuggy.
No, it was Mommy Longlegs when she comes up around the thing in the scripted event.
Yeah.
And you're running on the thing and she comes up and
you're
you're like,
nope, no.
Like that was like the most that you'll get now is you just being like, oh shit, we gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. But it's in those moments though that I'm able to bring out the peak.
There's definitely like with Knock Knock, there's definitely a performative thing where I just let myself be scared.
Yeah.
Like I could have probably just the more realistic reaction would be like I always say this because like you'll know when I'm joke reacting when my voice is higher.
Yeah.
If I like if I'm yelling in my normal voice, it's genuine. There's no control. It's just if I'm like then it's
slightly performative.
The only exception was the Pete scream soundbite that we have on Discord on our Discord channel because that's from a Phasmophobia moment when there's one map of the game where it's his house map where our buddy Rob would always get killed. He would always be the first to get killed, and we were all hiding, and we're in the same spot, and he gets killed again. So I'm laughing. I'm like, and as I'm mid-high laugh, which is my genuine laugh, mid-high laugh, the ghost, I guess, is in a respawn state and just hard pulls itself back to where it spawns.
Yeah.
So I had to watch it in like 2 frames cut across my view.
Okay.
So I'm just like that's the one exception to the scream volume rule because I only got that high because I was already laughing that high.
All right, let's cut this one off.
Oh man.
If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more streams like this one, and hit that bell to know what we're streaming and when. Tomorrow I will be here streaming Super Mario Eclipse, and on Thursday we will hopefully be finishing Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, so make sure you tune in for that shit. Also, we have shirts that you can buy in the description below. It is our latest line, the Nomura's Wild Ride shirts, in celebration of our completion of Nomura's Wild Ride, which was like months ago.
We're still waiting. We're still waiting for Missing Link.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Missing Link.
God knows where Kingdom Hearts 4 is. God knows.
We'll be done with Kojima's Wild Ride and Final Fantasy's Wild Ride by the time 4 comes out. But yeah, you can get They Digitized the Journal. I'm Toilet, he says, in Big Stum Dupid. We're a big fan of the Big Stum Dupid shirts.
I still don't have mine.
I have to order it again.
Where's my Big Stum? Why do they keep fucking...
By order it again, I mean, like, I have, like again for the second time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so you can go to the description for that. So if they do a 2-pack of Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot, what if they call it Triple Robobot, Robobot Deluxe, or Triple Planet Robobot Deluxe? That's too many words. That's too many words for my brain right now. They can call it whatever the fuck they want. If they remake those games, which is a heavy possibility, apparently.
Yeah, with Poppy's playtime, I'm waiting for the Jacksepticeye video.
Yeah,
that's how. I honestly don't care for like the Five Nights at Freddy's-esque car scene of like, okay, here's Bendy and here's Poppy.
Yeah,
but Poppy is the one where I'm like, I'll catch a random gaming YouTuber that I want. I'm like,
yeah, they're like in there.
I'll take a look.
Yeah,
and I've actually been kind of half following the Poppy playtime stuff, but not like on a lore level.
Yeah, just kind of like it exists.
Just on this is a cool space to be this chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just here for the concept. I like the concept.
Also, I think this is it. Also, if you have any music, games, art that you want us to show up on the stream while Pete stretches out his glutes, you can send that shit to gcnsubmissions@gmail.com. We will put anything out as within reason, please. I'm not looking to get thrown off of YouTube because of your submission. But if you have any...
That'd be crazy.
That would be nuts.
Instead of ourselves?
Yeah.
Instead of due to our own fruition.
I'd be like, why did I show this? Yeah, if you have anything that you've created that you want us to showcase on the streams, gcnsubmissions@gmail.com. Make sure you give the proper credit. Boom. I saw that Nendoroid Kirby figures are now back, and I just wish I can get a Kirby figure. And you can, if you have money to buy it. From Nendoroid, not from our merch store.
You said that like you were selling it. You can, if you have money to buy it. You're gonna make me want to watch old ads.
With the ripe old age of 1999.
Ripe old age. Jesus Christ.
I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Wait, you have things.
I do have things. I post art on Twitter and Instagram. You can go find me on there days for days. I also have a YouTube and a Twitch, but that's all right. I have a Ko-fi you can support me on as well if you want to do that for my art. I post some stuff recently on my Twitter, so you can go over there and check.
I'm both. And I bid you, my well-esteemed guests.
Continue.